May 22nd, 2025. I'm so excited to see all of you here. Love your advocacy. We are going to start our meeting with some proclamations, some recognitions. The first one being, we want to do this one last. We have a stack right here. I'm going to turn the mic over to my colleague. I'm joined by my colleagues, Commissioner Pardo and Commissioner Gabella today. We are going to get rolling.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is our real pleasure today to recognize GSA Fleet Service Department. They ranked, a big round of applause. They ranked 95th out of 100 fleets with a very prestigious NAFA Institute and Expo Award. That is the North America's largest fleet management conference, and it took place in Long Beach, California. So I'm just going to read briefly some excerpts from their proclamation. The City of Miami is proud to announce that it has been recognized as one of the top fleets in the Americas, earning the 95th spot on the 2025 Top 100 Fleets list as the prestigious NAFA Institute and Expo, North America's largest fleet management conference. This award highlights outstanding performance, efficiency, innovation, and leadership in public fleet operations. It reflects the dedication of our fleet division team, whose hard work ensures that our vehicles remain reliable, sustainable, and cost-effective for the residents we serve. This esteemed recognition is a testament to the City of Miami's unwavering commitment to operational excellence and responsible stewardship of public resources. In an era where efficient and sustainable practices are paramount, our fleet division has demonstrated exceptional foresight and execution in managing a diverse array of vehicles, crucial to delivering essential city services. From public safety and sanitation to infrastructure maintenance and emergency response, the reliability of our fleet directly impacts the quality of life for all Miamians. Please join me in recognizing the GSA fleet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is new. This is an honor. GSA has never publicly in this manner, so thank you, Commissioner, been recognized like this. So I'm a little, which is rare for me, lost for words. But honestly, it's a testament to the men and women that I represent, and it's testament to the spirit of the city. Right? Even when there's financial difficulties or we can't always get everything that we need, these men and women behind the curtains are the ones that make it happen every single day with a commitment to every single one of our constituents. So thank you for recognizing the amazing team that I have, and I couldn't be prouder to represent them here today. So thank you so much. Thank you all.
They really do an amazing job. They are on tour in District 5, upgrading park facilities. We are going to have a new community center at the Little Haiti Soccer Park. We have a new facility at the Upper East Side district office, and they are working lightning speed. They started with the Little Haiti Soccer Park earlier this year, and they are going to finish ahead of time so we can have our summer program there. They're renovating an office in Overtown, which will be the new code enforcement office. It's going to be fantastic with state-of-the-art stuff, and I'm going to share that office with them. That office, they have not had love in, I don't know, since they started here with the city, which is one of my biggest complaints, that we don't upgrade our facilities. We don't maintain our facilities. We wait till they're falling down. But that was yesterday, and this is today, and we're doing an amazing job, and her team is amazing, and it has been a pleasure to get to know you, my tenure here with the city. Thank you. It is so deserved. Your team, they are amazing.
I just want to say, for me, this is special because I was once upon a time a mechanic myself with these hands. And it's just I took a tour of your facilities, and you run a magnificent operation, and you do all this for us, your mechanics and yourself. So thank you very much for it's an honor and a privilege for me to participate along with the commissioners and to give you this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
these. I had the pleasure of attending an amazing festival in Virginia Key, the first of its kind. And when we were part of that, it was such a beautiful thing, and I think it did so much for our city that we really wanted to honor them today. This proclamation is for HAVA Miami, and May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, AAPI. It's a time to honor and uplift the rich cultural contributions of the AAPI communities around the country and here at home with HAVA Miami. It is a Polynesian cultural festival, Tahitian. I had the pleasure once of having been to Tahiti. It was an amazing festival. HAVA is a word meaning celebration of life. It embodies the spirit of resilience, joy, and cultural union. HAVA Miami marks a significant milestone as the first cultural festival in the city of Miami of its kind, and the first ancestral games ever held on the U.S. continent, honoring a proud heritage through language, sport, music, and dance. This event gathered Polynesian delegates, vendors, over 100 athletes, and 1,000 attendees in Virginia Key. It transformed the island into a living celebration of Polynesian identity and shared traditions, and creating a unique space for intergenerational learning and community building. This landmark gathering served not only as a joyful festival, but as a platform for cultural exchange, education, and empowerment of both local and foreign exhibitors, reinforcing the importance of preserving indigenous languages, values, and heritage in a modern world that often threatens their survival. So join me in recognizing HAVA Miami and Monica Diaz, Andre Sosa, their team. If you could come up here, we would love to recognize you. Oh, sorry. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. My name is Maria Larrazabal. I'm here on behalf of Monica Diaz and Andre Sosa. They sent a quick message. They are at their son's kindergarten ceremony this morning, unfortunately, but yes, fortunately. Dear Mayor Suarez and honorable members of the City Commission, we are deeply honored and grateful to receive this meaningful proclamation recognizing the HAVA Miami Festival. This acknowledgement is not only a tribute to our celebration of Polynesian culture, but also a testament to the City of Miami's commitment to honoring diversity, community, and cultural exchange. While we regret that we are unable to attend the presentation in person due to a special milestone, please know how much this recognition means to the both of us, our delegates in French Polynesia and Hawaii, and to everyone involved in organizing this historic event. We have a big vision for this festival, one that crosses cultures and boundaries to promote global unity, connecting people to the land, the sea, and to each other. With Miami as our stage, we are proud to build bridges through tradition, sport, art, and shared human experience. We also wanted to extend our heartfelt thanks to Commissioner Pardo for his support and shared love for Tahitian culture. His enthusiasm has been instrumental in bringing greater visibility and appreciation to this rich heritage. Thank you again for your continued support in making this vision a reality. We look forward to spreading the mana in Miami for years to come. Maruru Roa, which means thank you very much in Tahitian. With deep appreciation, Monica Diaz and Andre Sosa.
I had the pleasure on Earth Day to go to Echo Plant Earth Legacy Garden Initiative in the Greater St. Paul AME Church. And there I discovered Tierra Armstrong, a muralist who was taking public transportation, sacrificing everything she had to get there to create these murals. I want to read a little bit of her proclamation. Tierra Armstrong is a Miami-based painter and muralist, has deep and lasting impact on the cultural landscape of Miami. Her work serves as a testament to the power of art to embrace heritage and build bridges by celebrating and uplifting underrepresented communities. Ms. Armstrong recently partnered with the Echo Plant Earth Legacy Garden Initiative to complete the mural at Greater St. Paul AME in Little Bahamas. She'll create more murals throughout Coconut Grove as the program expands. She has also contributed to the beautification and enrichment by creating murals in Little Haiti, Wynwood, works for our Basel, Formula One, and the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Tiara Armstrong has devoted her artistic career to representing communities of color in the United States, Mexico, and England, using her work to explore themes of the human experience blended with the divine. She has collaborated with international brands such as Nike, Puma, and Christie's Auction House. We are thrilled to recognize Tiara Armstrong and her work in the city of Miami.
Hi, thank you guys so much for this honor. I am so driven by telling the stories of people that don't always get to see themselves reflected. And I think you guys in the city of Miami have so many wonderful, beautiful, and colorful personalities here. And it fills my heart with so much joy when I'm able to show a reflection back to them. My whole day, week, year is made when someone rides past my work and they say, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm on that wall," or "I see myself in this depiction that you've done." And so I just want to thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity and honor, and I hope to continue doing more.
Thank you.
Her work is really amazing. She has several murals over town, and the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA has supported her in her work, and her work is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Go to her. What's your Instagram?
It's Tiara, TIERRA_Armstrong.
So you guys can see her work because it is awesome, and I'm a proud supporter. That mural that you did over town is just, it just makes me smile when I pass by. It really does. It makes me smile. So congratulations. And you're as beautiful as your work. Our next honoree is someone that we have all grown to love and care for. This is a tremendous celebration. We are celebrating a lifelong years of work as our city attorney, Mr. John Greco. Would you please come, and everybody come with him. I'm going to read this because it is very special when someone gets to work here and retire. So I'm going to read it so you'll know all of the amazing things that he has done and given to the city of Miami. Whereas John A. Greco joined the office of the city attorney for the city of Miami on June 16th, 2008, and during his nearly two-decade tenure, practiced in both state and federal courts across all dimensions of municipal law, including but not limited to constitutional, land use and zoning, tort, labor and employment, civil rights, election, environmental, and code enforcement law. And whereas John A. Greco held key leadership positions within the office of the city attorney, serving with distinction as interim city attorney, chief deputy city attorney, Deputy City Attorney, and Division Chief of Appeals and Litigation, where he consistently demonstrated exceptional legal acumen, professionalism, and unwavering dedication to public service. I attest to that. And whereas his work led to critical legal victories in numerous precedent-setting appellate and trial court cases, significantly protecting and advancing the legal interests of the city and its residents, including published opinions in landmark cases such as Keaton versus City of Miami, Flava Works, Inc. versus City of Miami, Amnesty International v. Battle, Levy v. Orso, and Perry v. City of Miami. And whereas John A. Greco received the Florida Bar's highest legal recommendation with both board certification in appellate practice in 2016 and board certification in city, county, and local government law in 2023, an accomplishment that reflects the highest standards of competence and professionalism in the legal field, which is absolutely true. That's not easy to get. We are all not able. And whereas, in addition to his litigation work, he authored several influential scholarly articles that have shaped the development of general and municipal law, and lectured extensively in areas such as appellate law, constitutional rights, zoning and land use, and governmental legal practices. And whereas, prior to his service with the city, John A. Greco contributed to the legal field as an assistant school board attorney for Miami-Dade County Public Schools, in private practice, and through prestigious clerkships with the Florida 2nd District Court of Appeal and the U.S. District Court for the Middle District of Florida. And whereas his steadfast commitment to justice, depth of legal knowledge, and tireless public service leave behind a legacy that will continue to benefit the city of Miami and its legal institutions for generations to come. And I'm including this, whereas he is a good human being. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the city of Miami recognizes and honors John A. Greco for his outstanding contributions to the community, his unwavering commitment to justice, and his enduring legacy of service. And good friend, we are going to miss you and your guidance.
Wow. First of all, I want to say there's a lot of people I have to thank, because I have had so much love and support on this journey. First of all, thank you so much for the proclamation and the wonderful words. I'm just verklempt, you know. I have to say it's been a true honor to represent the city of Miami for the last 17 years, and it's been a privilege to handle these difficult and significant cases for one of the largest and most dynamic cities in this country. It's, you know, to do so alongside this dedicated group of talented and amazing public servants in both my office of the city attorney and the city administration, also the clerk's office, has been a dream come true for me. My OCA family, thank you so much for everything that we've done together on this journey. I could thank each and every one of you individually, but you know how much you mean to me. I do have to single out one person, though, my assistant, Kenya Jones, for the last decade. I don't know if she's here or listening, but Kenya, you are the most amazing person, and thank you so much for your support, but most importantly, for your friendship. I need to acknowledge the people we've lost because they were so important to me. Shirley Smith, Kerry McNulty, Mario Perez, and Manolo Reyes. I will never forget them, ever. For anyone that knows me knows that my family is my reason for being. and I could not have made it this far without their love and support. I want to especially express my gratitude to my wife's family that adopted me 33 years ago. My sister-in-law, Gisela, is here to honor me, and we lost my mother-in-law in 2019, Elda Gonzalez, but she's never left, and she was a mother to me. Gisela, thank you so much for your love, and especially the love that you've shown to my son, Nicholas. My son, Nick, you're our pride and joy. Thank you for your support and love. Nick is working now, and which is a blessing. He will watch this later, and he just got married. And so now I have a daughter, and Leah, and they are a blessing. My wife, Mimi. Okay, everyone knows that my world revolves around her. You are my sun, my moon, my stars. You are everything to me. You are my soulmate. You are my best friend. You are my partner in every way imaginable. Every day I cherish you more and more. I am excited about this new chapter that we're going to walk together. Amore mio, ti amo per sempre. Thank you.
George.
He did that to me on purpose. How do I follow that? Geez. So if you thought the proclamation was long, it was actually 3 pages longer because he has done so much and meant so much to the city attorney's office and to all the plaintiffs out there. Sorry, sorry, we sicked Mr. John Greco on you. This is a bittersweet moment for me. I say bittersweet because I am self-aware of my selfishness. I wish I could have John with me every single day, and I will be missing him tremendously. When I took this job, I took it with the confidence knowing that I had John with me. And he had said that he was going to be here till January past, and he was gracious enough to stay this long. And I'm truly grateful to your help, your support, and we are, you know, you hear colloquially people say, hey team, you know, we always talk about we're the team, but we're more like a family. And we'll be missing you, but the sweet part of it is we will be cherishing every travel experience that you have, and we wish you the best and all the best, sir. And in the nation of family, I would like the city attorney office to come on up and spend this moment with your what would paisano? What would the come on up, please.
And at this time, we are going to start our meeting with prayer. Today, we are honored to have Minister Cheryl Coleman from Friendship Missionary Baptist Church to lead us in prayer today. Amen.
Amen. We greet you on this blessed morning that God has given us, and the love of God, the joy of Jesus, and the empowerment of the Holy Spirit, which is my faith tradition. We also honor that there are many traditions of faith that are here, and so I ask you as I'm praying aloud, if you'll join me in your hearts and in your minds as we seek God's blessings over this time and this meeting on today. Gracious and most loving God, we first and foremost come before you with humble adoration and submission unto you, the only wise God. Father, we first and foremost thank you for the gift of life and time and for supplying each and every one of us with what we need on today by faith. We thank you, Father, for this place in which you have allowed us to gather. We thank you right now, God, for leadership that understands and believes in the power of prayer. We thank you, Lord God, that it is an honor to serve. And so we pray for our servants, lifting up our mayor and our commissioners, and I pray in Jesus' name. We thank you right now as we pray for blessings to be upon them, wisdom to be upon them right now. Lord God, that they would make decisions right now that we the people would live peaceably in the land. We thank you that no one could lead alone. It takes the people. And so I pray for every soul under the sound of my voice that your blessings would rest upon. I pray, Father, that as we bring forth the agenda, God, that you would bless the work of the hands, Lord God, that we would do it in faith, that we would do it, Lord God, in togetherness, that we would do it in such a way, Lord God, that our city and our community, Lord God, our families, our homes, and our businesses would be blessed. And so we thank you once again, and we ask, Lord God, let your, Lord God, blessings rest upon this place, every servant and every person, and we give you, God, all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. And I pray and seal the prayer, and I do it in the matchless name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and our Savior, and sealing it with a great hallelujah and amen.
Thank you. Amen. Amen. What a way to begin our meeting. Commissioner Gabello, would you join us with the...
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. At this time, Mr. City Attorney, would you please read your statement for the record?
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. George Weissong, City Attorney. Detailed information about the processes, order of business, rules of procedure, and scheduling or rescheduling of City Commission meetings can be found in Chapter 2, Article 2 of the City Code, a copy of which is available online at www.municode.com. Any person who is a lobbyist, pursuant to Chapter 2, Article 6 of the City Code, must register with the City Clerk and comply with related city requirements for lobbyists before appearing before the City Commission. A person may not lobby a city official, board member, or staff member until registering. A copy of the code section about lobbyists is available in the City Clerk's office or online at www.municode.com. Any person making a presentation, formal request, or petition to the City Commission concerning real property must make the disclosures required by the City Code in writing. A copy of the City Code section is available at the offices of the City Clerk or online at www.municode.com. The City of Miami requires that anyone requesting action by the City Commission must disclose before the hearing any consideration provided or committed to anyone for agreement to support or withhold objection to the requested action pursuant to City Code Section 2-8. Any documents offered to the City Commission that have not been provided 7 days before the meeting as part of the agenda materials will be entered into the record at the City Commission's discretion. In accordance with Section 2-33F and G of the City Code, the agenda and the material for each item on the agenda is available during business hours at the City Clerk's office and online 24 hours a day at www.miamigov.com. The meeting of the Miami City Commission is a limited public forum. Any person may be heard by the City Commission through the chair for not more than 2 minutes on any proposition before the City Commission, unless modified by the chair. Public comment will begin at approximately 9 a.m. and remain open until public comment is closed by the chairperson. Any person making offensive remarks or who becomes unruly in the commission chambers will be barred from further attending City Commission meetings and may be subject to arrest. No clapping, applauding, heckling, or verbal outbursts in support or opposition to a speaker or his or her remarks shall be permitted. No signs or placards shall be allowed in the commission chambers. Persons exiting the commission chambers shall do so quietly, please. Members of the public wishing to address the body may do so by submitting written comments via the online comment form. Please visit www.miamigov.com/meeting instructions for detailed instructions on how to provide public comment using the online public comment form. The comments submitted through the comment form have been and will be distributed to the elected officials, their staff, and city administration throughout the day so that the elected officials may consider the comments prior to taking any action. Additionally, the online comment form will remain open during the meeting to accept comments and distribute to the elected officials, their staff, and the city administration up until the chairperson closes public comment. Public comment may also be provided here live at City Hall, 3500 Pan American Drive, subject to any and all city rules as they may be amended. If the proposition is being continued or rescheduled, the opportunity to be heard may be at such later date before the City Commission takes action on such proposition. When addressing the City Commission, the member of the public must first state their name, their address, and the item to be spoken about. Any person with a disability requiring assistance, auxiliary aids, and services for this meeting may notify the City Clerk's office. The City has provided different public comment methods to indicate, among other things, the public support, opposition, or neutrality on the items and topics to be discussed at the City Commission meeting. In compliance with Section 286.0114(4)(c) Florida statutes. The public has been given the opportunity to provide public comment during the meeting and within reasonable proximity and time before the meeting. Please note, commissioners have generally been briefed by city staff and the city attorney's office on items on the agenda today. Anyone wishing a verbatim record of an item considered at this meeting may request it at the Office of Communications or view it online at www.miamigov.com. For planning and zoning items, PZ items shall proceed according to Section 7.1.4 of the Miami 21 zoning ordinance. Parties for any PZ items, including any applicant, appellant, appellee, city staff, and any person recognized by the decision-making body as a qualified intervener, as well as the applicant's representatives and any experts testifying on behalf of the applicant, appellant, or appellee may be physically present at City Hall to be sworn in by oath or affirmation by the city clerk. The members of the City Commission shall disclose any ex parte communications to remove the presumption of prejudice pursuant to Florida Statute Section 286.0115 and Section 7.1.4.5 of the Miami 21 zoning ordinance. The order of presentation shall be as set forth in Miami 21 and in the City Code. Staff will briefly present each item to be heard. The applicant will present its application or request to the City Commission. If the applicant agrees with the staff recommendation, the City Commission may proceed to its deliberation and decision. The applicant may also waive the right to an evidentiary hearing on the record. For appeals, the appellant will present its appeal to the City Commission, followed by the appellee. Staff will be allowed to make any recommendation they may have. Please silence all cell phones and other noise-making devices. This meeting can be viewed live on Miami TV, the city's Facebook page, the city's Twitter page, the city's YouTube channel, and Comcast Channel 77. The broadcast will also have closed captioning. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. Mr. City Clerk, would you please read your statement?
Thank you, Chair. The procedures for individuals who are providing testimony sworn in for planning and zoning items and any quasi-judicial items on today's City Commission agenda will be as follows. The members of city staff or any other individuals required to be sworn in who are currently present at City Hall be sworn in by me, the City Clerk, immediately after I finish explaining these procedures. Those individuals who are appearing remotely may be sworn in now or at any time prior to the individual providing testimony for planning and zoning items and or quasi-judicial items. Commissioners, are you comfortable with all notice provisions set forth in these uniform rules and procedures we have established for this meeting?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And Chair, may I administer the oath for the planning and zoning items?
Please.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you will be speaking on any of today's planning and zoning items, those are the PZ items. May I please have you stand and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give at today's hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And your response is? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. City Clerk. At this time, Mr. Manager, will you please advise if there are any items on this agenda that will be withdrawn and or deferred?
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners, Mr. City Attorney, Mr. City Clerk. At this time, the administration would like to defer and or withdraw the following items. PH 9 to be deferred to the June 12th meeting. PZ 1 to be indefinitely deferred. PZ2 to be indefinitely deferred, and PZ3 to be indefinitely deferred. That concludes the items.
Gentlemen, do you have any items on this agenda that you would like to have withdrawn and or deferred?
I have a pocket item that I would like to add.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I have a pocket item.
What's your pocket item?
What is my pocket item?
Because is it a discussion? Is it the one that I got?
Is it a discussion pertaining to this that I want to settle this without making a big hoopla here today?
The clerk didn't hear you. I'm trying to, because I got an email from your staff requesting a pocket item. Is that the same one? Because I said it should be a discussion item. Yes. So that you can just bring that as a discussion item. Okay. Gentlemen, any other items that you wish to withdraw or defer? Commissioner Correa?
Not at this time.
Commissioner Pardo? May I have a motion to set the agenda?
Move.
I have a motion. Second. I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And Chair, my apologies. Mayor Suarez, just during the order of the day, Mayor Suarez does have a resolution regarding a TEP waiver for a Reserve Padel Miami special event. Maybe before we get to the public comment period, the city attorney can read that title into the record.
Mr. City Attorney, can you read that for the record?
Yes, Madam Chair. A resolution of the Miami City Commission waiving the 10-day per organization per year special event maximum waiver for events on the public property pursuant to Chapter 52, Article 1 of the Code of the City of Miami, Florida, as amended, titled Special Events Permit, to allow for the Reserve Padel Miami special event, which is held at 1000 MacArthur Causeway, to continue from May 22nd, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what is that he was reading?
That's a pocket item from the mayor to basically waive the time limitation for the Padel event on Watson Island.
Okay, this a one event, right?
Yes, sir.
Only for that one time?
No, so they have set up a paddle facility there, and this would allow them to continue events through the end of the year, December 31st, 2025.
Okay, so what is the waiver for?
They're only allowed, per the code, 10 days per organization. Right. And so they have reached their maximum limit. So without this, they would have to stop running the Padel event.
Okay. Do you know, or does the District 2 Commissioner know if there has been any complaints and noise there at all on this item?
No, there haven't. And the reason it's coming to us is because we changed the regs to make this process more transparent. So now all of these things are having to come to commission. But it's ordinary.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. City Clerk, I understand you have a statement.
Yes, thank you. Regarding PC 1, 2, and 3. Pursuant to Section 62-22 of the City Code, an indefinitely deferred action initiated by the city will cost the city mail noticing, advertising, and posting of properties as applicable. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to open the floor for public comment. If there's anyone that wishes to make a comment, please come to the lectern, 5 at a time so that we don't block the exit. Thank you for your understanding. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Step out. Got to do my radio program real quick, a little bit.
So my name is Cristina Palomo. I reside at 244 Biscayne Boulevard. I'm a downtown resident and former president of the Downtown Neighbors Alliance. I'm here to speak for item D14, the Downtown Development Authority item. So when I look at my trim notice, which shows the taxes I pay towards the DDA, it's about $220 per year. And for that amount, I get the following tangible benefits that I enjoy while living downtown. Live music, markets and activations at Flagler Street. I ride the freebie when it's too hot to walk. Street janitorial services, trash pickup daily, enhanced security cameras, downtown ambassadors, arts and entertainment, grants, funding, and programming for residents, permit clinic assisting residents and local businesses to navigate the nightmare of city permitting, grants to assist with improving store facades, etc. This is for $18 a month. I pay more for streaming services. On the other hand, $3,200, the lion's share of my City of Miami taxes, goes to the Municipal General Fund, which includes police, public works, code enforcement, etc. In other words, the agencies that are actually tasked with handling some of downtown's biggest challenges, like crime, graffiti, cleanliness, and upkeep of buildings. So if the things we are all so upset about as downtowners are issues that mainly belong under the other city agencies' purview, and we are paying more per month for those than what we actually pay DDA per year, then why are we here discussing an exit from paying taxes into DDA? I will tell you why. It is misdirected outrage fueled by a campaign full of exaggeration and misinformation that has been waged by our own downtown neighborhood advocacy organization, the DNA.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, please, I ask the Commission to continue to support the DDA and the efforts to keep enhancing our footprint, and I encourage every downtown resident here today to reach out to DDA and take full advantage of the many benefits there for you through their program.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning, Elvis.
Good morning, Commissioner. Thank you. Elvis Cruz, 631 Northeast 57th Street. My main issue today is RE4, the tree issue. Specifically, we have to pay close to $2,000 to appeal a tree that the city wants to cut down. We have 2 trees in Morningside that the city wants to cut down for no valid reason. I've not been able to get an arborist report out of the city, so I had to commission my own arborist report, and I've sent your office a copy of that.
Just so you know, the arborist report was sent to the Civic Association.
But not to me.
Commissioner Pardo,
The Civic Association.
Okay.
Yeah.
through the chair, I want
I'm
to
sorry,
have
Chair.
decorum, and thank you. Go ahead, Elvis.
Okay, so continuing right along, to appeal a tree decision, again, $2,000, there's 2 trees, so we have to pay close to $4,000 out of our own pocket just to be able to appear in front of the HEP board. It's insanity. So I would ask you, perhaps, Commissioner, you can consider a pocket item to do away with appeal fees and just to save trees. Next item, ADUs. Please do not take away single-family zoning throughout the city of Miami, which is what the ADUs would do. Number 3, I'm honored that we have greatness in our midst. Olympic gold medalist Gerald Tinker is in the house. Mr. Tinker, I enjoyed watching you in the Olympics win that gold medal. You're going to be honored later today. I'm on your side. And lastly, the PZ11. Please protect Coconut Grove by not allowing those 3 bonus floors. There's a lot of people here in favor of PZ11. Some of them are microphone shy. I would ask everybody here who's in favor of PZ11 to please stand and be recognized. Raise your hand. Thank you. And lastly, yes, please do not let the DDA tax the homeowners in downtown. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Pardo, I would prefer if when the item comes up, you make the comments, because then if we engage everybody that makes the comment, then we'll be here forever.
Just the Civic Association has the information.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Thelma Reddick. My address is 1211 Northwest 51 Terrace, Miami, Florida. And I do live in the area of Miami, the city of Miami. My complaint is I have been discriminated by the city.
Ms. Thelma, you have to speak on an item that is before us on the agenda. This isn't the forum to make a complaint. If you would like to continue, have someone from the city attorney's office speak to you, but you have to speak on an item that is before us on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay? Would you like me to get the city attorney to come and speak with you?
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. City Attorney, can you have an attorney speak with Ms. Thelma?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Thelma. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Okay. Good seeing you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Reynold Martin. I'm of 3325 Percival Avenue. I'm here representing the Coconut Grove Village West Homeowners and Tenants Association. I am a class member of Gerald Tinker, who's here in the audience, among other classmates and other people from Coconut Grove and the team that Gerald played with at Coral Gables High School. I'm here to support the co-designation of Charles Terrace as Gerald Tinker Terrace. It's a long time coming. Thanks a lot, Commissioner. You've helped us bring this before the city, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here to speak on behalf of Gerald. Gerald is a native son of Coconut Grove who was raised on Charles Terrace, attended and ran track and played varsity football at the old George Washington Carver Junior Senior High School, and then at Coral Gables High, from where he graduated in 1969 along with a number of us. His caring and jovial demeanor led him to develop lasting friendships, which I personally can attest to. Gerald is a great friend. We've known each other for a long time. We've played football together, basketball together, done everything but run track with Gerald. Mr. Tinker excelled in track and football, first at Memphis State University and then at Kent State, transferring and representing the United States in the 1972 Summer Olympics, where he got a gold medal with his cousin Larry Black in the 4x100 meters. In the years following the Olympics, Gerald played pro football as a wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. He was also employed in the corporate sector and devoted many hours volunteering in the community. It is with great pride that I appear before you requesting that this lasting tribute be bestowed upon a gifted athlete and a model and deserving citizen whose accomplishments on and off the track and field will serve as an inspiration to many. I thank you. And I do have a resolution from the Homeowners Association.
Thank you, thank you. We love doing that kind of stuff. We just honored Nat Moore with a co-designation in my district, and myself and Commissioner Gabella attended, and we were so excited to be there. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. I look forward to his. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Amal Sol Kabani. I'm a registered voter of the city of Miami. I'm also an owner in downtown Miami for close to 2 decades now. I'm a past president of the Downtown Neighborhood Alliance, and I'm a current board member, a resident of downtown Miami, current board member of the Miami Downtown Development Authority. I'm here to speak on item DI-14. I've watched downtown transform from a near ghost town into a vibrant hub, thanks largely to the Miami Downtown Development Authority. Are things perfect? Absolutely not. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely yes. But I urge you here today to please protect downtown and protect our quality of life. People are impressionable. People rarely do their own research. They react to headlines. Sadly, bad actors are using deception and sensationalism to mislead residents and spin a false narrative that has dire consequences. What will we lose if this propaganda succeeds? Will residents be happy when thousands of bags of trash pile up? Will residents be happy when there is no one on the street doing homeless outreach? When we have less police officers, more crime, more noise, and overall more blight in our downtown? Please support the Downtown Development Authority.
Thank you. Good morning.
How are you? My name is Ryan Arnaiz. I live at 2900 Northeast 7th Avenue there in Edgewater. I'm here to speak on the taxes from the DDA. I don't want any more extra taxes. Let the people vote on that. Put it on the agenda. Let's have a real public conversation on that and give us the choice after 50 plus years on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Ambassador James Angleton, 1100 Brickell Bay Drive, Miami, Florida, and I'm here to speak about the DDA. I would like to enter into the record an element of the taken from the city code for you all to read. I'm one of the original founding family members of the DDA. It was my father, Ted Harrison, Ted Hollow, some of the finest people in Miami who were owners of most of Park West, downtown, developed a lot, owned a lot of Biscayne Boulevard, Ranch House, you name it. I've been here a long time. Madam Chairman and Commissioners, you have been handed directly from the city code. Highlighted in yellow are the duties and the mechanisms they have entitled basically they have failed in many areas. I like what the DDA is about. It is departed really from its original mission statement. In red is what the DDA does poorly. I think you need a new leadership role model there. I'd like to see a new board also. I think you should also look at the finances and then perhaps seat a different group. The DDA does a lot of very good, but it could do a heck of a lot better. I'd even donate my time for 1 year to be the leader again and to help take it forward. I'm a turnaround specialist, and to this degree, I hope you all make the wise decisions. A lot of people here that are going to speak. You're going to hear some truths, and maybe not so many. But I wish you all well. Thank you for what you're doing, and please take in consideration as you hear this what's in yellow and what's in red, because I think it's a really good item for you to use as a tool as your decision making today. Thank you all for what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Thank you, Commissioners. Kristen Browdy, 888 Biscayne Boulevard. I had no idea I was part of some propaganda effort. But the DDA would be a great business improvement district. It spends a small portion of its money actually making life better for the residents, a very small portion. We met with a number of you last year when they were looking for a budget increase. Now they're looking for 19% more. Last year, we came to you and said, this is ridiculous. What did they do? They said, you know what? This budget we requested, we can find $1 million to take out of it. And they did. And nonetheless, they had money to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote wrestling events, to provide money to my favorite soccer team, Barca. But they don't need our money. They're the richest soccer team in the world. They spend money on things that may do wonderful things for our businesses, but do very, very little for us. The appropriate thing to do, I believe, is to change this from an entity that taxes the residents to a business improvement district, because it does improve business. Absolutely. Let the business owners, if they want to pay for it, pay for it. But to impose this tax burden on city residents, some of whom, like me, are looking at retirement, is just inappropriate. And for them to be seeking a 19% tax increase in this environment seems absurd. Thank you.
Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, my name is Deja Lighty, and I reside at 41 SE 5th Street. I am here today to show my support for the Downtown Development Authority. As a dog owner and a single woman living in the Brickell area, I am frequently walking my dog and traveling by foot around downtown. I am constantly seeing
Pull your mic down just a little
people
bit.
in DD.
Pull your mic down just a little bit.
Sorry. I am constantly seeing people in DDA shirts cleaning up trash, pressure washing the sidewalks, removing graffiti, and being a presence in the streets. The ambassadors always make me feel safe, especially in some of the abandoned parts of Flagler that absent landlords seem to have neglected. I love the new dog spot at the First Street Metro Mover station, and I also take the freebie circulator from time to time when I need to get to a Heat game, especially. With all the different services the DDA provides for free, they really make my quality of life better every day in downtown and Brickell. I wholeheartedly stand behind the DDA as they are a crucial part of the revitalization of downtown. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Co-Chair, and City Commissioners. I'm Terrell Fritz, Executive Director of the Flagler Business Improvement District and a proud resident at 111 East Flagler Street. In support of RE6, on behalf of the BID Board of Directors, we enthusiastically endorse extending the waiver for Julian Henry's Downtown Cup. This activation embodies our vision for Flagler Street, which is community-based, business supportive, and vibrant. But now I'm going to change hats and speak on my own behalf as a resident. I've long supported the Downtown Neighbors Alliance, but DNA's campaign to dismantle the Miami DDA risks harming those it claims to defend. The DDA's budget is a reinvestment in our community. Clean streets, safety ambassadors, cultural events, and public projects like Flagler Street and the Baywalk. Fully 53%, which is not a small amount, of budget funds quality of life, arts, culture, and urbanism initiatives, which directly benefit residents. 17% backs small business grants and retail activations. Even the controversial $725,000 in sports sponsorships, less than 4% of the budget, generate measurable media exposure and visitor spending. If residents want a greater voice in the DDA, they deserve it. The place for that is the committees and the public budget process, and the DDA has just added a residents and business owners town hall in August when there is time to amend the budget. Constructive debate, not reductive social media slogans, will make downtown Miami stronger. Instead, DNA's campaign is pitting neighbor against neighbor, resident against business, and at a time when DDA is under interim leadership. I would urge Commissioner Carollo to please withdraw or defer this discussion item, and don't provide a platform for this harmful campaign.
Thank you.
We will not get to respond to that. On the subject of the DDA, James Torres and the DNA do not represent me.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners, Mr. City Attorney. My name is Suzanne Amaducci. I'm a Coconut Grove resident at 3510 Vista Court. I am also a proud board member of the Miami Downtown Development Authority, where I chair the Business Development Committee. I volunteer my time and my talent for the good of the city. I just wanted to remind this commission that the purpose of the DDA is to grow, strengthen, and promote the economic health and vitality of downtown Miami, and that is what we do every day. If you look at where the city has come in the past 20 years, I mean, today I'm very proud to be attending the opening of Miami World Center. It was an impossibility, if everyone remembers. It was the donut hole in the city that could never be developed. I personally don't believe in nevers. I believe in working together and finding solutions. I am happy today to see the huge turnout, pro and against the DDA. Happy to work together. I've been listening to what people are saying. Many of these people I've never seen at a Miami Downtown DDA meeting, never. But that's okay. I've been listening to what they've been saying. The misinformation is shocking. But in order for solutions to happen, we need to deal with the facts. We need to be open-minded, and everyone needs to roll up their sleeves, willing to work together to make the city a better place, and that is our goal. Absolutely. Can everything be improved? Absolutely. Okay, people have to work together and be open-minded. I ask that you please swiftly appoint a new chair. Unfortunately, our chairman, Manolo Reyes, who cared very much about the people, passed away. If you could swiftly appoint a chair so we could get back to business and help improve our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners, City Manager. John Canill, 1000 Brickell Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33131. I'm here on agenda item D1, the annual reports, as the chairman of the Code Enforcement Board and the Nuisance Abatement Board. I am happy to announce that the board is serving the purpose for which it was created. The board has been serving the community.
Sir, are you giving your report now?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Chair.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to wait until...
I understand. Go ahead.
The board is definitely serving the community. Both boards are serving the community's needs, giving everyone the opportunity to be heard and express their concerns. At this time, we don't see any other board, either public or private, which would better serve the function of the Code Enforcement Board. As to an ordinance creating the board, maybe there would be the suggestion to create an ordinance allowing extensions of time to be administratively decided by the chair, so that would allow people more time to be heard. The membership requirements should not be modified, and I would recommend or suggest to the commissioners that when there's a vacancy, please fill it as soon as possible, that we can keep hearing as many cases. We spend about 2 to 4 hours 3 times a week, so we want to make sure that everybody's getting their opportunity to have their violation heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. My name is Jaime Casado. I am the president and CEO of Reto Health and Performance. I am one of the proud grantees of the Miami DDA, and today I'm here to support them because of a big reason for me, and it is they gave me the opportunity to establish my business here in the United States and in the city of Miami. I live in Brickell. We opened a beautiful business in Brickell Avenue. We had the headquarters in Madrid, Spain. A year and a half ago, I didn't speak English at all. I didn't know anyone here in the US. So we bring all the talent we have in our team from Europe, different parts of Latin America, US, Canada, to bring the technology and the research in the healthcare industry. So right now, thanks to the DDA, we open here in Brickell because we were studying different markets like Chicago and New York. And we decided to open here because of the Miami DDA. And why? Because thanks to them, today we have one of the best preventive medicine doctors here in the world. We have the best professionals in the industries of healthcare, preventive medicine, longevity, wellness. So thanks to that, we are studying and doing research with the best universities here and with Miami-Dade College as well to research and preventing cancer, in heart diseases, in pulmonary diseases. So thanks to that and thanks to the permit clinic as well of the Miami DDA, we were able to understand the market, to understand the law, and do everything properly and hire the best talent and bring the best talent in the world here to the city of Miami. And thanks to that, of course, we bring more investors, more people, more entrepreneurs, and more business people from another part of the world to keep investing in this beautiful city. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Great rising kings and queens. Brother Ijamin Gray, 3520 Douglas Road. So I'm here representing all the troubled youth living in Miami that just look for that best quality of life. I'm here to speak on RE2, which is the designation of Gerald Tinker Ave. We definitely want to support him on that initiative. He's been a pioneer in our community, in my community, the oldest black community in Miami-Dade County for a long time. And then I also wanted to talk about the D14, the DDA, and the wasteful spending. I have nothing against anybody that runs that. I'm just asking, we have our youth right here that's on boot camp, that's on probation, that's just looking for that best quality of life, that pathway to prosperity, and we continue to put these barriers up. So Encouraging Dreamers was created for kids just like that and myself who lost their whole 20s that just want to change the narrative. So I'm asking, if we're going to waste some money, can you waste it, spend it in our youth, giving us an opportunity to excel, to do what the city of Miami and the Miami-Dade County and the HUD strategic plan is to empower the next generation. So we could come with all the excuses that we want, but I ask that you represent and you empower and help me change the narrative with our youth. With that being said, we like to say our motto here at Encouraging Dreamers is we're washing away our youth past, give them a wax and a shine for a brighter future. So we use the car wash and bring them in, clean them off, give them a wax job, and send them back out there in the community, and you won't even recognize them. Thank you for your time, and we look forward, hopefully, to partnering with you guys and helping me elevate the quality of life for all of our constituents. Like I said, when you see, we got kids representing all y'all districts. So I don't know what else to say. We've been up here numerous times. Thank y'all, and y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. No clapping, no clapping. Like this, like this.
Good morning,
Good
commissioners.
morning.
Hi, June Savage. So I'd like to address the city attorney first, and thank you for showing up. I don't know where Joe is today. This is his agenda. He should be here.
Ma'am, please do not address
That's
any
fine.
of us personally.
Okay.
Thank you. What
City
item
of-
are you here to speak on?
I'm here to speak on the DDA.
Okay.
So I have a question for the city attorney to define miscellaneous on the tax rolls for the people that do pay for the DDA. I would like him to maybe respond to that when I am done. I would like to say that the DDA was created the year that I was born. So we need to revamp this. And I don't want to get rid of the DDA. What I'd like to do is to merge this. I'd like for the heads of state to get together with the mayor and merge it with the Greater Miami and Beaches Visitor and Convention Bureau. That's what I'd like to see. Not get rid of the DDA jobs, but to move over with them. Now, to just have the DDA as this small little entity of the city of Miami makes no sense. We should do something on a larger scale for the entire city, which would include, let's say, the Camilla's House, putting a half a penny sales tax on, let's say, beverages, and then use that money for the funding. I went to the DDA meetings. I went to the lieutenant that spoke. Now, I spoke to someone of the DDA today. We can cut 4% right off the bat right there. No one's giving the mayor of the city of Miami credit for bringing all of the incredible events and things that are going on here. It's not just the DDA. Thank you.
You still had 30 seconds, you know.
Oh, I do?
Yes, it's
Oh,
the one.
I heard that buzz.
No, the one buzz
I recall
is-
my 30 seconds. Okay. All right. So besides having them merge, I think that you guys should be conducting this business and not letting it come to something like this here where it gets all excited. My T-shirt was not paid for by myself. I don't have a Visa card, so it's not some kind of a back campaign payment to get people here. These people are actually here on their own accord. But I think if you all move the DDA with the Greater Miami and Beaches Convention Center, because they need some revamping, and create it through the entire city, I think that is a better idea than just getting rid of them. We'd save those jobs too.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. To stay compliant with the time, I'm just going to read what I wrote here. My name is John Rojas. I'm here to speak regarding item D14. As someone who has owned and operated a small business in downtown Miami for over 20 years, I can say without hesitation that the Downtown Development Authority has been one of the most important forces supporting our community in downtown. Their work has made a positive impact far beyond what is visible on the outside. They're driving support where it matters the most, through small grants, cultural programs, marketing initiatives, quality of life, and much more. Of course, the one-on-one personal level assistance we get provided by Wanda, Mirna, and others. And by the way, they very often have to listen to our concerns regarding the day-to-day issues like the never-ending Flagler Street Reconstruction Project, which by now seems to have been going on forever. We are in a rapidly changing urban environment, and I think the DDA is an essential partner for the city, and that their success, I believe, is our success as well. Continuing to invest in and collaborate with them is probably one of the smartest things the city can do to keep downtown moving in the right direction. That's my opinion, and I know a lot of my colleagues, big business owners, believe the same ways also. I thank you for your time and your service.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Kyle Hazelwood. I reside at 1424 Northeast Miami Place, and I'm here to speak on DI4. My partner Courtney and I are the founders of Magic City Flea and the organizers of Flagler Street Market and the Downtown Miami Holiday Village. And today I want to speak to my experience working with the DDA. The DDA has been instrumental to our success. Being an open-air flea market, we are exposed to everything you can think of. And there have been many times where, if not for the DDA ambassadors, something terrible could have happened. They put themselves directly in danger to ensure the safety of all of our patrons. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I would hate to even think about what could have happened had they not been there. Moreover, I think the Holiday Village is a perfect example of the DDA in action. I would love to stand here and tell you what a brilliant idea I had, but the truth is the whole idea of the Holiday Village came from the DDA. We met with them, and with their help, we brought the vision to life. The Holiday Village brought 75,000 people to Flagler Street over a 6-week period and caused a 6-year high in sales for many businesses. People told us that they had not seen those numbers since before the pandemic. The DDA even made sure to cover the vending fee of all downtown businesses, which to me really just showed how much they care about the area that they serve. The DDA has been an incredible partner to us, and I would hate to see a world where they are not involved in the development of downtown Miami. I don't want to see the tragedy of the Commons play out downtown, and I don't think it's fair to blame the DDA for very complex issues that are far beyond one organization's ability to solve. Uplifting downtown will take collaboration from everyone in the community, especially the DDA. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. My mom's going to speak, and then I'm going to translate for her.
Perfect. Perfecto.
Good morning, señores comisionados. Mi nombre es Ana Mendoza de Guerra. Yo vivo en 1443 Southwest de la 23 calle. Este ha sido mi hogar por los últimos 55 años.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners.
I understood every word she said. Okay. Now I won't, this is going to get a little more advanced for me. Estudiar español todos los días.
Okay, good.
Un poquito
Congratulations.
español.
Congratulations.
Gracias.
Hoy vengo a hablar en oposición al PH6, lo cual es una abominación a mi casa. Es el tiro al blanco de este proyecto. Es la zona cero. Yo conozco a mis vecinos y nuestra comunidad igual que yo, que viven en este vecindario, y he hablado con muchos de ellos, los cuales, igual que yo, están en contra de este proyecto. Con la excepción de unos cuantos, que la mayoría de los de ellos están completamente opuestos. Miren bien el mapa que yo traigo. Es ventisca de 26 dispositivos en nuestro pequeño barrio para aliviar el fluido del tráfico. Esto hará que conducir sea prácticamente imposible. Yo personalmente tendría que pasar por 3 o 4 dispositivos cada vez que salga o regrese a mi casa. Esto es una locura. Es una exageración absurda. Por favor, en estos tiempos de dificultad económica, que no desperdicien este dinero de los contribuyentes en proyectos que casi la mayoría de ellos, nuestros vecinos, se oponen. Ay, por cierto, ¿por qué nos niegan a mí y a mis vecinos el derecho de votar en esto? ¿Sí o no? Muchas gracias.
I believe I got like 80% of it, but we have a court reporter here and she needs the translation. Is that why you're making faces and throwing your hands up?
I'll give it to you real quickly.
Okay.
She speaks in opposition, as I do, to PH6. It's an abomination. My home is in the bullseye of the project, ground zero. I know my neighbors and our community as well as anyone else living in it. And I have spoken to very many about this proposal, with the exception of only a handful. We are all completely, entirely opposed. Look at the map. It's a blizzard of 26 devices in our tiny neighborhood. 26 barriers to smooth traffic, which will make driving nearly impossible. Practically impossible, yes. Sorry. I personally would have to go through the 3, maybe 4, some 4 devices every time I leave or return to my home. This is nuts. It's overkill. Please, in these tough economic times, do not waste taxpayer money on a project that almost everyone opposes. Oh, and by the way, why are you denying me and my neighbors our right to vote on this, to say yes or no? Thank you. Please vote no against PH6, Madam Chair and Commissioners.
Chair, my apologies. Would you mind placing your name on the record? Or stating your name on the record?
My name is Dorielis Guerra, and I also live at 1443 Southwest 23rd Street.
Gracias for my Spanish lesson today. Good morning. Oh, I'm sorry, it's his turn. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Nathaniel Byrne, and I'm representing Brightline Trains at 350 Northwest 1st Avenue, Suite 200. On behalf of Brightline Trains, I'd like to submit this letter to the Commission.
You're speaking on what agenda item? Which item?
The Miami DDA.
Miami DDA, okay.
D14. On behalf of Brightline Trains, I'd like to submit this letter to the Commission in support of the Miami DDA. Our company and the guests we serve have witnessed firsthand how the Miami DDA's strategic initiatives have enhanced the appeal, accessibility, and economic vitality of the downtown area. This letter goes into greater detail and will submit for the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. My name is Mabel Melton, and I live at 2580 Tecumseh Drive. I, too, am here to speak in opposition to PH6. I have a financial interest in my mother's home, and as a realtor, it is my professional conclusion that 26 traffic impeding installations will significantly harm the property values of every dwelling in this small neighborhood. I direct your attention to this item in your agenda. You are being asked to waive the required resident concurrence for this project. We know from the expensive litigation over the road barriers the city deployed in the same neighborhood a few years ago that the county controls these roads. As we know that the county has an exception to allow these types of projects by municipal public hearing instead of otherwise required voting by affected property owners. Know that you are being asked to do here. Shut down the residents' right to vote. That is undemocratic, that's downright un-American. There is no emergency. There is absolutely no need for urgency. Why not listen to the residents whose quality of life will be harmed? Why not put this to a vote? Madam Chair and Commissioners, as you can see, as you can see this map, Madam Chair, I will point to my mother's home, right there. It is in the bullseye. It's ground zero. These people had a hard time enough when the barriers were put up, had a hard time getting ambulances. The majority of the folks that live in this neighborhood are senior citizens. They're not poor. They're not destitute. They've owned their homes all their lives. And along comes one person and decides that they want to change how people get in and out of their neighborhood. For what? For what? I urge you all to vote against this. Let the public speak and say their piece, and then we can have a hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. I'm speaking on behalf of DI4. My name is Hillman Sori. I'm a resident at 1200 Brickell Bay Drive and also a co-founder of The Source, which is located at 14 Northeast 1st Street in downtown. We're a downtown innovation hub working with aspiring local entrepreneurs and job seekers to create economic opportunity. The DDA was instrumental in our decision to locate our offices in downtown Miami, where we employ a diverse group of 10 in technology, marketing, administrative, and training roles. The DDA has consistently supported our efforts to provide job skills for training events, individuals who might be upskilling or reskilling and trying to adapt to technology changes in this technology-focused economy. Our team and our clients and our partners benefit from the assistance of the freebie as well as the downtown ambassadors, as we tend to put in consistent late nights on a regular basis. The DDA has also supported our Startup Accelerator in an effort to provide resources, access, space, and funding to over 60 local founders and entrepreneurs every year. Anyone who is downtown often can see the impact the DDA has had, from Christmas on Flagler through the Saturday market and the consistent refurbishment of storefronts, remediation of graffiti, and consistent support of local small businesses. For Miami to be perceived as a world-class city, I believe that our downtown cannot be an afterthought. I think that it's critically important that the DDA continues its mission to provide support to those without homes, cultural enrichment, attract businesses, and reduce crime. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Siani Cox, and I'm a resident of the city of Miami, and I'm speaking ahead of D14 because every time the DDA comes up, the public is ignored. So I'm just here to explain what the DDA does and what's been going on. So what's been going on recently that I've been noticing is that the DDA, that they gave $450,000 to FC Barcelona, hands $100,000 to the UCF, and the rest, where does that rest of that money goes? $3.85 million on salaries and benefits, $3.35 million on vague initiatives, and nearly $2 million on sponsorships and promotions. And this board is mostly managed by business interests instead of everyday residents of the city of Miami. So the public is basically completely shut out, I would say. The DDA's top 3 executives earn over $625,000 combined. At least 4 marketing staffers make 6 figures, and they still pay $175,000 to outside PR firms. Meanwhile, working Miamians are footing the bill. Let's call it what it is. It's a double taxation. Polling from the Downtown Neighbors Alliance says it all. 85% oppose the UFC giveaway, 84% oppose the DDA tax, 56% want the DDA dissolved, even Brickell and downtown groups want out of this taxing district. And here's the kicker, 56% of the DDA's $13.5 million budget comes from the very residents now demanding an exit. Meanwhile, residents are left with filthy streets and rising condo fees, all while the DDA keeps cashing in. The DDA is a taxpayer-funded scam fueled by corporate giveaways, sky-high salaries, and zero accountability. Please put this on the ballot and let the residents of downtown and Brickell vote on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Wishful thinking.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Iris Escara with offices at 333 Southeast 2nd Avenue. First, I'd also like to congratulate John Greco for his amazing service at the City of Miami. I had the privilege of working with him from the outside, and he is a true professional, a lawyer we would all strive to be like. So congratulations to John and his family. I'm here today on behalf of HLP Coconut Grove on PZ11. We understand the board's decision and the board's direction on this particular item, and we have no opinion on such, but we did want to protect our clients' vested rights for the property at 33 Southwest 27th Avenue. We'll be putting a letter into the record for such, and the board will proceed as they seem to fit. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioner. My name is Dr. Jeff Dorfman. I live at 2020 North Bayshore Drive. I'm treasurer and director of Biscayne Neighborhoods Association. We are a not-profit that represents 16,000 people in Edgewater and Midtown. I speak in favor of the resolution CA3 supporting the Marine Patrol. I see Mr. Croyle left this meeting.
Sir, please
Yes.
do not direct comments to any one of us personally.
Okay, I will not direct it to Mr. Corolla. In the past, some of my comments have been disparaged after speaking here by saying he's not from around here. So for someone who says to me that I'm not from around here, I'd like to know, what do you say to the people of Miami who are also not from around here? Why not tell Miami residents, Mr. Carrillo, if you plan to obey...
Sir,
I'm sorry.
do
if
not
you
direct your comments directly to one of us.
Okay.
And how are your comments in support of Marine Patrol?
I just want to know if he plans to obey President Trump and deport
Sir,
Miami
that
residents.
is not on our agenda. You are in support of Marine Patrol.
I am in support of Marine Patrol. I have a translator here who is here to translate my English words into Spanish.
President Trump doesn't want that. Am I wrong? That's what he said.
So
you mentioned President
is-
Trump. He
yes.
said the United States' official language is English. Am I wrong, colleagues?
So do you intend to deny the civil rights of the 70%
Sir,
of Miami
you
residents
said
who
you
speak
support-
Spanish?
You said you support Marine Patrol. You have.
I
just-
do support
Okay,
Marine Patrol,
thank you.
but I also
Sir,
support civil
We do not
rights.
translate every person that comes here, their language, into Spanish.
But why not if 70% of the
Sir,
people in the city
thank you.
speak the language?
Thank you.
Okay, will
Thank you.
will
Thank
one
you.
support?
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't want to
thank you
deport
for your-
Miami residents.
we
Mr.
don't.
Carroyo, where are you, sir?
Sir. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Larissa Macco. I am a proud Miami native. I live at 1424 Northeast Miami Place in downtown. I have been a Miami native, as I mentioned, and I've watched our city evolve not just in the skyline, but in spirit. And I'm here in support of the DDA. And so what the DDA has done is more than just improve infrastructure, but it's helped cultivate a sense of place and pride. From cleaner, safer streets to thoughtful community activations in support of small businesses, they've helped shape Miami where people just don't visit, they belong. I've personally witnessed the difference between families walking downtown at night, entrepreneurs opening doors in areas that were once overlooked, and artists bringing life to concrete walls. And that kind of growth doesn't happen without intention. It happens because people show up, collaborate, and care. And that's what the DDA has consistently done. Shout out to the freebie, which has been an incredible and accessible way to move around and stay connected. It's definitely not just a ride. It makes the downtown feel like a neighborhood. And I'd personally love to thank the DDA because when I moved from the suburbs into the city, I was welcomed, felt like it was my home, and connected me within the community that I didn't know would have existed. And that's what Miami is really about. People who care, show up, and make space for another. So let's continue to support the efforts that are helping the city thrive together. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Elaine Black from the Liberty City Trust, 4800 Northwest 12th Avenue. I am here in support of Resolution 1 to amend the budget to allow the Liberty City Trust to have a youth employment program for the summer of 2025. It will provide employment for young people in the greater Liberty City area. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Alexander Karavias. I am the owner of Meraki Greek Bistro in downtown Miami. I'm here to speak on behalf or the support of the DDA, Miami DDA. I think they have been very, very helpful. I've owned a business in downtown for over 10 years, and the DDA support has been vital to our survival, the survival of a lot of small businesses in downtown amidst the chaos of Flagler Street and other construction that's happening. I don't think the DDA is giving any organization money or resources. I think they're investing it. Same way they're investing their time and resources into small businesses like us. The survival of small business like ourselves, I think, improves and is vital to the quality of life of our neighbors and of the residents. We depend on the neighbors and residents for us to be able to survive and make through. So I think that we should all collaboratively help the DDA, help the small businesses, and support them instead of trying to dissolve it and look for other ways to fix the problems. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning. My name is Derek Brown. I live in 2020 North Bayshore Drive. But my journey started 16 years ago at 888 Biscayne Boulevard. And I received a text message propaganda about devolving the DDA. And it made me think back to when I came down here 16 years ago, and it was practically embarrassing for a major metropolitan city to have a downtown that looked like Miami did. It was somewhat scary to go outside at night and get a taxi. I'm old enough to go pre-Uber, and to go outside and get a taxi was somewhat dangerous of just drug addicts or criminals that may be walking around on Biscayne Boulevard just a block away from the stadium. How I've seen that transform with world-class restaurants, events that are now being brought in by the DDA that are being competed for with major cities like New York and Los Angeles, FC Barcelona being a great example. They're picking Miami and they're picking downtown Miami because it's now an appealing place to do business. It's an appealing place to live. And I think it's a misguided conversation. It's a misguided judgment to not take into account how much the city and that district has transformed even over the recent past 15 to 16 years, and to stop that work that is by no means done, but to stop it now would be a horrible decision.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. My name is Blonsky, and I live on 111 East Flagler Street. So I have been downtown for like 7 years now, and now I started working last year with the DDA. Before then, I didn't know much of the thing that they actually do. Like me, myself, as an ambassador, like I started working there in November. Within a few months, I really have a scope of all the things you do. Like me, personally, I've stopped 2 fires, one at Ross, one by Meraki as an ambassador. Late night, midnight, a few weeks ago, I helped a young girl. She was drunk, lost her car, everything. We assist her, even get on the phone, get the mom, send her Uber. So it's easy for everybody to just want the DDA gone because they really don't know a lot of the things that we do, such as like keeping the street clean. When the lights is actually off, we have to go see it, walk there late at night, call it in. So people want to just destroy things instead of actually taking a look into like how the DDA itself helped the city. So I'm really asking you guys to for your full support and helping us keep doing this work.
Thank you. Thank you for your work. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Gross. I'm a resident at 325 South Biscayne Boulevard in downtown. And I want to start off with a little story and an interaction I had with the MDDA. I'm speaking on behalf of the MDDA. I was getting on the Metro Mover one day out by the Venetian. And while I was waiting for the train, there was a person with an orange MDDA shirt on. And we struck up a conversation about homelessness. And she told me a real heartfelt story that she was homeless and she decided to go to the shelter. And the next day after she went to the shelter, cleaned up and got settled, there was a job fair. And she went down to the job fair and there was a booth there for the MDDA. And she got a job cleaning up the city. And she started making money and she became a supervisor on that crew. And now she has her own place and her own home and she's working. And she goes out every day to the homeless and she advocates to them that they can change their life too, because she's done it. And that was all made possible by the MDDA. They do great things. In my religion, we call a mitzvah something you should do good every day. The MDDA does good things every single day. They create a lot of mitzvahs. Some of the stuff that I want to share with you, if we didn't have the MDDA, more than 4,500 bags of trash would not be collected a month. More than 1,125 inches of graffiti would not be removed. More than 22 blocks would not be power washed. 650 hours additional patrol of off-duty officers would cease. 21 security cameras and 8 license plate readers in the Central Business District feeding into real-time crime center would go away. They do great stuff. The ambassadors downtown make people feel comfortable, more so than the police. Not that I'm knocking the police. But if you're lost, or you don't know where you're going, or there's a homeless person that's not making you feel comfortable, they're there. And they give you secure walks, and they make sure you get where you need to go. And people need to remember that. As far as their business that they bring you to downtown, if there's people around here that don't understand business, that we have to put money out to get people to come in, we're not the only city, let's get rid of the DNA. We don't need the DNA, we need the MDDA.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Good morning.
Good morning, all. My name is Frederick Utley. I live at 2811 South Bayshore Drive. I'm here representing the South Bayshore Condominium Association. I'm speaking in opposition to RE5, which would increase the number of events allowed by the hangar next door. When this area was originally conceived of and developed, it was not to be a large-scale event area. It was to be a public park for residents with restaurants. This unlimited increase in the number of events allowed without any checks or balances is not in the spirit of what this area, in our view, and I represent 1,400 units with, that's 2,800 voters, what in our unanimous view this area is to be for. These events lead to noise, traffic, garbage, alcohol, and drugs. I'm in fact, after this, going to go meet with the owners of the hangar, and we have already been in discussions, and we will arrive at reasonable accommodations so that they will mitigate the adverse effects on our community. So I would like that process, and we have already exchanged ideas. They've been accommodating, and we believe we will reach an agreement. We would like the Commission to consider these limitations and restrictions in their conditioning of any increase in events in this area, in particular at the hangar.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I urge you to defer.
Thank you. Good morning.
Pardon me, the road of independence and liberty has aged my eyes a little bit, so I gotta use my spectacles here. Good morrow, esteemed commissioners and gathered citizens. I stand before thee, not as a mere man of modern times, but as a herald of liberty. Invoking the spirit of our forefathers, who once declared enough. For too long, we the people of downtown Brickell have been shackled by the unjust yoke of double taxation. Our hard-earned coin hath been squandered on frivolities and grand handouts to wealthy enterprises.
Sir?
While our streets suffer crime, homelessness, and neglect.
Sir, we need your name for the record, and if you could, I'm not sure what your name is today, but if you could also state for the record what item you're speaking on. I think I know, but just for the record.
Tim Irwin on DI4.
Thank you.
We do not labor and toil to see our community bled dry. We seek not charity, but justice, the right to decide our own fate, free from the taxing grip of the Downtown Development Authority, the DDA. Let it be known, we demand our independence. We shall not be their cash machine. Let the people vote. Let them decide the future for our community. Put it in the ballot. Our call is simple: liberty from waste, freedom from exploitation, and the power to govern our own destiny. Let us choose our path forward. I bid you to heed our call, for the spirit of independence doth still burn bright within us. I thank thee.
Thank you, and thank you for your advocacy. Love it. Good
I
morning.
love the part of freedom of exploitation.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Amanda Olivastro, representing Julia and Henry's, here to speak in favor of RE6, extending the waiver period for the Downtown Cup event to June 18th. Since its launch on May 2nd, the Downtown Cup has proven to be more than just a temporary activation. It's a vibrant, inclusive, green space that fosters play, connection, and community right on Flagler's newly finished streetscape. It's a reminder that when we create intentional and accessible spaces, people show up. The extension will allow us to expand our programming around free events for the community. On May 31st, we're hosting the UEFA Champions League Final Block Party. This isn't just a watch party. It's an all-day celebration on Flagler Street for all ages. When Flagler Street is activated, businesses thrive. When it's not, activity becomes unpredictable. We must continue to give people a reason to discover downtown. Thank you for your support and consideration. On another note, I want to express my full support for the Miami DDA. As both a resident of downtown at 200 Biscayne Boulevard Way, as well as a representative of Julia and Henry's, let me be clear, the DNA does not speak for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Federico Baroglio. I'm a resident of in Brickell, 465 Brickell Avenue, and I also have the privilege and the pleasure to serve on the Brickell Homeowners Association Executive Committee. I would like to make some statements on behalf of the DDA issue and to say that we are advocating, the Brickell Homeowner Association is advocating that the City of Miami Commission remove the Brickell neighborhood from the catchment area of the Downtown Development Authority. As you know, after the tragedy of Surfside, all condo owners are facing increasing fees. There is a condominium crisis. We are probably entering a camouflage recession, an increase in taxes with no tangible quality of life services in return. And the DDA exorbitant salary expenditures are out of touch with the income levels of the vast majority of City of Miami residents. And Brickell contribution to the city extends far beyond property value. It helps subsidize the city garbage collection and generate a significant portion of municipal revenue. And I think that today, yet Brickell is fundamentally different from downtown. The DDA original mission was to redevelop downtown, not Brickell. And in redeveloping downtown, I think they did, through the years, a pretty good job. But Brickell does not require the same marketing or developing efforts that downtown requires. It stands strong on its own. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Sandra Perez. I live at 244 Biscayne Boulevard. I am here as a proud resident of downtown. I'm here to speak in support of the DDA. I think the prior speakers have discussed all the positive improvements the DDA has done, so I don't want to go ahead and continue on the same path. What I want to do is instead use my time to state that I don't agree with Mr. Torres from the DNA. He doesn't speak for me. I don't agree. I don't think he has a vision for the DDA. The DDA has done wonderful things. I live in the same community he lives in, and unfortunately, under his leadership, certain things have downgraded in our community. We're approving other items that are in conflict of interest. I just don't want to get into very details. However, like I said, he doesn't speak for me. I don't agree in canceling anything to do with the DDA. The DDA has done wonderful things for downtown. Actually, the improvements that I had seen in downtown had made me move my kids and myself from Miami Lakes to downtown. So I plead with the community to continue, the wonderful work of the DDA. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Margarita Zuprin, and I'm also a fellow downtowner. I want to take a moment to thank Commissioner Gavella for his recent statement on social media. One part stood out to me in particular. Miami deserves an honest, ethical, and effective government. Demand better for our city. And I couldn't agree more. That's why I'm here today, to echo that call for accountability and transparency by asking for your support in putting a very simple question on the ballot. Should downtown residents and stakeholders have the opportunity to decide whether or not we want to continue being a part of the Downtown Development Authority? We want a voice, and more importantly, we want a choice. It's time to let the people of downtown Miami decide what kind of representation and leadership works best for our community. If we feel the DDA no longer reflects our priorities, we should have the democratic right to step away. That process starts with a vote, nothing more and nothing less. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Walker, and I'm a resident of District 1 at 3109 Northwest 11th Street. I've come to speak in regards to item RE 817646. I've spent the last 20 years studying, working, and building a family to make Miami my home. The city has undergone so many changes, many of them positive, and others simply growing pains. Freebie is a homegrown Miami company that has been operating and serving the community for over a decade. Many others here that are supporting the DDA have mentioned Freebie as one of the wonderful things that is funded. Freebie is synonymous with Miami. I find it disconcerting that the city would give such an audacious slap in the face to a local business by awarding a no-bid contract to a non-local company. I urge the council to shoot down this referendum and show its support for fair and equal competition by running an RFP. I love my city, and I know that wise and competent minds will understand the danger this precedent will set and the message the City Council is sending to the Miami business community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Abby A. I am a resident of District 2. I wear a lot of different hats, so I see a lot of different perspectives, and I'm speaking on DI4. First, I just want to say how great it is to see so many people out here. I think it's time that we get a bigger chamber, potentially. Hopefully, that's something that we can see in the future so that we can continue to engage all of our residents. And for today's topic, I just want to acknowledge that I have attended a lot of the DDA events with my family on the downtown side of the neighborhood, and we always have a really good time. However, I do want to affirm our neighbors in Brickell who may sometimes not feel seen because those activations do not happen on the Brickell side, only on the downtown side. A lot of the neighbors have felt overlooked and are even asking to be removed from the catchment area. I do think that there is a lot of room for improvement, and I hope that today's conversation leads to greater clarity, better balance, and commitment to serving all neighborhoods and communities within their catchment area. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Danielle Villock, and I'm here today as a Coconut Grove resident and homeowner speaking in strong support of passing PZ11 without amendment. In addition to a current homeowner, I grew up in Coconut Grove. I went to school in Coconut Grove for 12 years, and I've seen Coconut Grove through its many phases and iterations. The current phase of development in Coconut Grove leaves it in a dangerous balance of being overdeveloped and losing the authenticity and the original character of the city of Miami's oldest neighborhood. Passing PZ 11 without amendment is integral to preserving Coconut Grove. Allowing bonus height in these areas threatens to undermine the original intent of Neighborhood Conservation District 3 and threatens the preservation of the heritage of this dear community to the city of Miami. The increased building height leads to higher density, which in turn strains infrastructure, traffic, and public services. I know Coconut Grove residents have repeatedly sent the commissioners photos of traffic backing up from the circle on 27th all the way almost to 32nd Avenue in the mornings. Even without this additional density, Coconut Grove experiences significant traffic congestion and stormwater management issues. In addition to traffic from existing residents and schools, Google Maps and Waze regularly reroutes people from US 1 through our back streets. These streets and this neighborhood district cannot handle additional density. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Aaron Brill, and I'm a resident of 495 Brickell Avenue, Miami. I'm here today regarding Agenda Item DI4 because the Downtown Development Authority is spending our tax dollars in ways that are completely out of touch with the real needs of our community. In just a few short months, the DDA has approved $100,000 to the UFC, $450,000 to FC Barcelona, another $175,000 to college football playoff championship in 2026. That's over $700,000 in public funds handed over to wealthy global brands while our neighborhoods are being neglected. Just take a look around Icon Brickell. We pay for services like city trash pickup, but we don't receive them. Trash piles up, the streets are dirty, the areas become a magnet for homelessness, with people forced to live in unsafe and unsanitary conditions. We have homeless people defecating on our baywalk, and I have the photos to prove it. This isn't just mismanagement, it's a clear case of misplaced priorities. And let me be clear, this isn't about eliminating the DDA at all. It's about the fact that the DDA can function without taxpayer money. The DDA can and should operate without pulling from the pockets of residents who are already paying for the services that they're not receiving. We should be funding public safety, supporting local small businesses, and uplifting the community-based cultural programs without writing blank checks for the global corporations. So today I'm calling on the Commission to please do the right thing. Please support a public referendum on the DDA. Let the people fund it, decide how it operates. We deserve a voice, we deserve real investment in our neighborhoods, and we are not going away. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Paris Wallace. I'm a resident here in the Grove. I wanted to speak on two things today. First is the passage of PZ 11 without any amendments. This was a loophole that your predecessors allowed, and I'm very proud that you are closing that loophole. Unfortunately, there's another giant loophole on the agenda today, which is PZ 5. Essentially, PZ 5 will allow the city to push forward projects for private developers and supersede rules that have been set up for the protection of public safety and for the residents. I actually am the guy who went and watched the zoning board presentation by the city for this specific PZ 5, and they said it was for 3 projects that they needed this ability. One in Little River, one in West Grove, and one in Allapattah. Unfortunately, the way this is written will give a loophole big enough to drive a Mack truck through, to allow anyone who's connected, any developers or other folks who have connections in the city, for the city to move forward their development despite the rules of the city, to be able to supersede the rules that every normal person plays by, to allow them to get ahead and do projects that otherwise wouldn't be permitted. So I encourage you to send this back to the city to say, and I definitely support the projects in Little River, West Grove, and Allapattah. Give them the ability to move those forward, but do not give the blanket ability for the city to intervene on behalf of private landowners and developers. This may be, the meaning of this will disappear over time. And in 3 months and in 3 years, just like PZ 11, we're going to be back here closing this loophole after rich, wealthy, well-connected developers have snuck a freight train through. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. My name is Jeff. I also live here in Coconut Grove. So the first time I spoke before this commission was 2 meetings ago, which was my first time ever. And I am back today to reaffirm my strong support for PZ 11, which excludes all properties in the Grove under NCD 3 from T5 bonus height. PZ 11 received unanimous support from the Planning, Zoning, and Appeals Board, and this commission, at its first reading, also voted unanimously to support that. So, as you've heard from a few neighbors here today, it also has overwhelming backing from the community and represents a great step for our neighborhood. So, I'll keep this short. I respectfully urge you to please support PZ 11 without amendment and vote in favor of final passage today. So thank you again, and thank you to Commissioner Pardo and his full team for their leadership on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Hi, how you doing?
Good morning, Katrina Morris, Coconut Grove resident and homeowner. I am here to speak on RE4, which Chairman King, you have sponsored, which I think is a good step forward, but we received an email that it was going to be deferred.
The manager forgot to say that initially, so it was...
Okay. Well, then I'm going to speak on it. I think it's a great first step. We do need an assessment for our overall tree canopy within the city of Miami to know where we're going before we start to figure out how to get there. I think this should be taken slowly, especially with something like PZ5 on the agenda, which would, if there's a tree violation, if somebody wants to move forward, they can get the approval, a blanket approval, and move forward with a tree violation in place. We would ask that we define what best practices are being used, what the criteria will be used to evaluate them, which municipalities or models will serve as the basis for comparison, and what environmental regulations will be included in this assessment, such as stormwater drainage, swales, landscaping code, recycling, composting, herbicide, pesticide use, etc. So I love the idea of this. I think that it needs to be really robust, and before it comes, any legislation comes before the city and the public, that it go through the process. I also advocate against PZ5, and I do advocate for PZ11. I would have included NCD 2 as well, but that's going to be 30 stories. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Yadira Diaz, and I'm a downtown Miami resident for the last 3 years. I'm also the founder of Gradable, a sustainability startup born right here in Miami. I want to take a moment to recognize the impact the Miami DDA has had both personally and professionally. I take the freebie all the time, and because of it, I know it's possible for me and others to live and move easily in a city which matters. And the fact that their Teslas help reduce our carbon footprint, especially when 40% of Miami's emissions come from transportation. I see the DDA everywhere, from small business pop-ups to health and wellness events, startup pitch competitions, and even sports activations like the one I recently saw on Flagler Street in collaboration with the MLS and Delta. I also want to acknowledge the downtown ambassadors. One walked me home at night purely out of kindness. Another helped me find a business I couldn't locate. And these small moments may seem minor, but they make the city feel safe, human, and livable. Professionally, the DDA has been an incredible partner for my startup. When I learned that the city of Seattle was offering a $500 rebate for sustainability upgrades, I pitched a similar idea to the DDA and they doubled it. Thanks to their leadership, we launched a $1,000 rebate for coffee shops in their jurisdiction to implement programs like reusable cup systems and surplus food donations that will help organizations like Camila's House. This will also help with waste reduction, which is crucial as we face a looming landfill crisis. And they didn't stop there. I'm running out of time, but I've been listening to many comments shared today, and I just want to say I believe in fairness and transparency. No system is perfect, but based on my lived experience, the DDA has shown up, stepped up, and made meaningful progress possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Steve Cappellini, live in Coconut Grove on Florida Ave. Here today representing the board of Center Grove Neighbors. Center Grove Neighbors has 500 active participants, and there are 7,000 more or less residents in this area. And we passed a resolution on the board of Center Grove Neighbors to indicate strong support of PZ11, rescinding T5 bonus height for NCD 3. And we'd also like to commend our commissioner in District 2 for his leadership on this important legislation and going forward with the support of all the other commissioners. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Commissioner and Board. My name is Eddie Gloria. I'm the CEO of Camilla's House, and I'm here to speak on DI4. My address is 1603 Northwest 7th Avenue. Camilla's House has been serving this city through many great programs, and one of which is the DDA-funded DET, the Downtown Enhancement Team. That program has, over the years, served thousands of people who have come through and have been able to transfer from our system into great jobs and into more stable housing. Just a back-of-the-envelope estimate, based on the number of people we've served, the program has been able to save the city more than $10 million in the cost associated with these folks often going into ER or the justice systems and other resources of the city. We love these great partnerships. We understand you have a very difficult task. You have a lot of information that's been presented today. I don't envy your position and the decisions you have to make. I commend you for trying to listen and being reasonable about that. And I hope that in more than anything, reason prevails here. This program is a critical piece to the community. We appreciate the funds and the support for that and ask that you consider and remember that in this process. We appreciate the partnership with the City of Miami. We often look to you to guide and help us make great decisions, and this is another one of those great moments. So thank you so much for your partnership and your position on all of this. Be well.
Thank you. Good seeing you. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you all hear me? Oh, perfect. How about now? Perfect. Good morning, Chairwoman and Commissioners. My name is Melissa Samuel, and I'm a lifelong resident of Coconut Grove. My grandmother has lived here since the 1970s, and my family runs JJ Orchids, which is a small business located in the heart of Coconut Grove. I'm here to speak on Resolution 8 and to urge you all to support a fair and transparent RFP process that gives local providers like Freebie a chance to compete. Right now, there's a resolution to award a contract to a county company without opening it up for public bidding. That's deeply concerning, especially when we have already a proven local partner like Freebie that's been serving our community with dedication for years. Freebie isn't just a transportation service. They've supported small businesses, reduced traffic, created local jobs, and provided reliable neighborhood-focused service. Moving forward with a no-bid contract for a non-local company ignores the value of a trusted provider who knows this community and has already invested in it. Coconut Grove deserves decisions that reflect transparency, fairness, and the voices of the people who live and work here. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Amina McNeil. I'm the Executive Director of the Martin Luther King Economic Development Corporation, located at 6114 Northwest 7th Avenue, and I'm here to ask for support of item PH8. With this grant, MLK EDC would be able to refurbish a space located at the residence of MLK building, which is on 62nd Street. And so support of this item will assist our organization in expanding the capacity and training of the Kitchen Incubator program. Currently, our participants have been learning and working on as how to grow their food-based businesses with a focus on catering. But with having a cafe, they can now shift that focus and get training and experience into how to run a restaurant business. If you have had a chance to drive down 62nd Street, you'll see that it is undergoing great transformation, but there are limited options in terms of food, mainly fast food restaurants. So in addition to allowing this program to give a benefit to our participants with training, in return, our participants can then provide a benefit to the community by providing good food. And if you had a chance to have the food of our participants, it's fresh, it's not fast, it's superb. So again, we just ask for support. We thank the city, of course, for the past support we have received, because the successes that we have had in this kitchen incubator program would not have been possible without the support of this honorable commission. Thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, I've had your food. It's very good.
Good morning.
Good morning, commissioners and chairwoman. My name is Rolando Masferrer. I live at 244 Biscayne Boulevard, and I'm here to speak on the DDA. I've been in downtown for almost 14 years. At a time, it's been mentioned, when it was very desolate, not necessarily always fun to walk around in. And I've seen what the DDA and really the city's done to reinvent downtown. Going back to the activations that we've heard about on Flagler, but before that, when they took over the parking lot on Biscayne, which was something that I was hoping would be permanent, but anyways, they've been just great for downtown, right? The ambassadors is a big shout out to them that they've been spoken to. There's a couple things that's just really concerning. I agree with some of the complaints coming from the DNA, the graffiti, the homelessness, right? I don't understand why it's all being pinned to the DDA. And on top of that, it's being done so in a really dishonest and deceitful campaign of smear. Instead of working with the DDA, they're going about it in a way to destruct it, and I don't even know what they want to do with it. I don't know if they've thought that through. What happens to downtown without the DDA? Who steps in? Are we expecting, I don't know, the magicians to step in? I'm not sure. We can reform, we can look at it, that's all great, but the DDA needs to stay, and if it doesn't stay, it needs to be a plan. It can't just be looking for a future brochure or campaign brochure. This is much more important than that. This is the lives of a lot of people and an investment of a lot of people, both residents as well as businesses. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. Kristen Lynch, 2678 Tiger Tail. I moved here in 2020, and I recently got activated into paying attention to local politics after crossing South Bayshore and it being terrifying. And it's a very slippery slope from that to watching zoning board meetings and reading deep legislation and nerding out. And so I'm here today actually to urge you to oppose PZ5. PZ5 would allow the city of Miami to apply for development approvals on behalf of property owners with outstanding code violations or unpaid liens. This change would set an incredibly dangerous precedent and essentially says that if you break the rules, don't worry, the city of Miami might step in and fix it for you. There's nothing to stop this from being abused. What's to stop a developer from lobbying the city to push through a rezoning or a variance on their behalf? What's to stop this from becoming a tool for political favoritism? Having watched the meeting from April 2nd, I know that this was introduced to solve a specific issue, but we shouldn't open the door citywide just to fix a narrow planning challenge. That's like fixing a leaky faucet by flooding the entire house. There are better, more targeted solutions. This amendment weakens accountability, invites abuse, and sends the wrong message. Please reject this change. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Michelle Hung, and I'm here representing the downtown media. I'm here for DI4. I'm here to represent the Downtown Media Center. We are one of the only cultural organizations in downtown Miami. We are a creative, co-working hub dedicated to film, storytelling, and community connection. Since our founding, the Miami Downtown Development Authority has been a consistent and hands-on partner. They've helped us navigate permits, supported us and our community with safety guidance, and supported our programs. Their team regularly shows up attending our events, sharing them with their networks, and even serving as jurors for our creative showcases. They're not just advisors, they're collaborators, and they're hands-on directly in our community. The DDA has been instrumental in uplifting both business and culture downtown. Thanks to their efforts, over 40 artists and organizations have received funding through their Creative Collaborator grants. More than 700 residents and businesses have been supported through the Permit Clinic. 18 new businesses have opened up or moved to downtown. And while some groups now tout initiatives downtown, we must be clear. Much of that progress wouldn't exist without the DDA's vision and groundwork. We're concerned about a growing lack of continuity and vision from other groups who seem to overlook this fact. The DDA is a nonpartisan, proactive, and mission-driven. We fully support their continued leadership because they are vital to safety, culture, and economic well-being of downtown Miami. And personal notes, in the time that I've been in downtown Miami, compared to 2022 to now in 2025, I've seen a dramatic increase in not just the livelihood of it. It was very, I don't want to call it decrepit, but it was not an ideal place to walk alone, especially as a woman, and it didn't feel safe. But now today, I definitely can say with full force, I'm pretty confident walking at night. I mean, let's say 80% confident. But I think what the DDA has done has been great, and I've seen the direct impacts of it in real time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners. My name is Claudia Miro, Vice President at Freebie, headquartered right here in Miami at 371 Northeast 61st Street, 33137. Let me repeat that. We are local. We've served the city for over 13 years, operating 5 services in the city of Miami, 4 of which are right here in District 2. We operate 22 of the 34 cities that make up Miami-Dade County. We are not outsiders. We are embedded, experienced, and committed to this community. We are here today because District 2 is attempting to use a piggyback contract to bypass a trusted local vendor, Freebie, in favor of a company with no local presence, no track record here, inferior technology at a much higher cost. Let's be clear, the service being brought back to Coconut Grove was created by Freebie, funded by the bid. We built it from the ground up, and it became one of the most successful on-demand transit services in the city. You don't scrap what works, you build on it. And for the record, if this is about getting it done quickly, Freebie also has the same ability to offer piggyback with contracts competitively bid right here in Miami-Dade County, and District 2 was well aware. And by the way, that county approval that District 2 received applies to the service, not the vendor, so the city could move forward just as quickly with Freebie using that same county approval. Even more important, Freebie can deliver the same service for $100,000 less. That's $100,000 in taxpayer service. So why weren't we included or our calls returned? Why wasn't a better deal even explored? Freebie's mission aligns perfectly with the bid. We don't just move people, we support local businesses. Our app features local merchants for free. Our team walks the streets, visits businesses, drives engagement. Circuit doesn't offer that and never has. And let's not forget riders. Putting 2 overlapping services in the same area on 2 different apps creates unnecessary confusion. That's not better service, that's bad planning. This is more than a transit contract. It's about transparency, taxpayer value, and putting community first. Freebie is local, Freebie is proven, and Freebie is ready. Let us save you money. Let us compete. Thank you.
Get them out. Where's my sergeant at arms? Why? You guys, I've warned you, I've asked you, we are trying to keep decorum. Please excuse yourself, those who have clapped. Excuse yourself. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mary Yasol, and I've been a resident of Miami for the past 8 years, and it has been a pleasure to build my own businesses here and help provide many opportunities in the community. I have businesses from real estate to beauty and health centers, and I am speaking today as a business owner in Miami. I understand the power of accessibility and visibility. That's why Freebie isn't just a rideshare app. I believe that it is a strategic partner for local businesses like mine. Freebie offers eco-friendly, on-demand transportation that connects people directly to our doors. By making it easier for customers to explore neighborhoods, visit shops, salons, and restaurants without the hassle of parking or driving, Freebie drives real foot traffic. It also aligns with the values of innovation and sustainability that define the future of business. It's free for riders, electric-powered, and hyper-local, making it an ideal platform for targeted marketing and authentic community engagement. For businesses that care about growth, impact, and relevance in Miami's fast-paced market, Freebie, I believe, is very important and essential. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Chairwoman. I haven't seen you in the longest. I really like your Spanish, Ms. Ken. My name is Efraim Murillo Jr. I'm the co-founder of Lucef Investments Group. I live in 600 Brickell Key Drive, number 700. And I'm here to support Freebie. Freebie is, I use Freebie in Bal Harbor, and I just can't believe that we're not giving the opportunity to Freebie to actually be part of District 2. And Pardo, you have done a lot of things that are not good, but this you have to do. You have to get behind Freebie.
Sir, do not address any of us directly, please.
There's no reason why a company that has had already 29 contracts in Miami-Dade County not to be in my district. I took the time from my very busy schedule to be here because the commissioner has not been able to sit down with Freebie and give them the opportunity to talk about everything that they could do. Not only Freebie is good for people that could write it, but also for the business. As a marketing expert, as a PR guy, whenever you have a free lead, a free prospect that is going to be in that car, and then he's going to see your business, and then that business is going to give you a discount if you ride with Freebie, is unheard of. That the commissioner does not support it.
Again, sir.
How many minutes do I have still?
I'm sorry?
How many minutes do I have?
None.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ken. Nice seeing you.
Hello, guys. My name is Francisco. This is in reference to item RE 817646, and I'm against this item. All right. As said, Commissioner, without an RFP, request for proposal, is trying to push through a deal to bring an on-demand transportation service to Coconut Grove using an outside vendor. This will cost residents more money. It isn't local. And if that's not bad enough, they're using a piggyback contract from Hollywood. They're not even in Miami-Dade County. Let that sink in, all right? Freebie is a local, on-demand company. Has a strong track record in Coconut Grove. They successfully operated an on-demand service in the Grove before the pandemic, okay? And it continued to run a well-received hybrid bus route service here in the area as well. They are local. They are proven, and they deserve a fair shot. Okay? Commissioner Gabella made a great point in an emergency meeting on Tuesday about the importance of fair and open RFPs. I hope that him and the rest of you guys stick with that. All right? As a City of Miami resident, I strongly urge the Commission to reject this no-bid deal and instead open it up to a transparent, competitive RFP. Okay? That way, it ensures the most innovative, cost-effective service for our community. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Hello, Madam Chair and Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this morning. My name is Miguel Mirandez, and my address is 760 Northeast 85th Street. I'm a City of Miami resident who's here in strong support of our local transit provider, Freebie, while being concerned about Resolution REA. As an avid user of the service since 2019 throughout the City of Miami, I chose to reach out on my own in favor of Freebie to find out why they were being excluded. The response I got from District 2 representatives was a bit concerning. In the words of the community liaison, Javier Gonzalez, he called the no-bid process transparent and balanced when it's blatantly neither. From my understanding, no RFP was issued, no competitive process was held, and no qualified local providers were given a fair shot. Out of the respect for the Miami community, I hope you'll vote no on item R8 and open this contract up to a bid process. I'd also like to express my full support for the Miami DDA and everything they have done for the downtown Miami community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Commissioners. My name is Brandon Fernandez, and I'm a proud Coconut Grove resident at 3001 Southwest 27th Avenue. I'm speaking here today in strong opposition to RE8, which aims to award a no-bid contract to a non-local transit provider with zero footprint or proven track record here in our county of Miami-Dade. Though I may also stand here as a supporter of the homegrown and local operator in Freebie, my primary concern is for my fellow residents in the Grove community and throughout District 2. More often than not, it is the taxpayers who lose whenever a closed-door arrangement is made for a public service contract. I think we all can agree on that. Many of us in the Grove voted and supported our commissioner because his office promised transparency, fairness, and a commitment to ethical leadership. I myself was one of those people. However, this no-bid deal the District 2 office has arranged behind closed doors goes very much against those principles and has left many of us in the Grove community confused and disappointed. My only hope is that if this resolution, RE8, were not to pass, we may finally have a competitive and transparent procurement process for transit services in my neighborhood. To the entirety of the Commission, I respectfully request that you vote against this no-bid microtransit deal in favor of an open RFP. You also have an opportunity to support an open and fair process and ensure that my Coconut Grove community gets the best microtransit deal possible. Again, I strongly implore you all to stand against this no-bid arrangement for Coconut Grove and vote against RE8. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. How are you all? Desiree D'Souza. I've come on DI4. I just want to speak on behalf of the residents. As you can tell in the room, sorry, excuse my back, everybody. As you can tell in the room that most people here were all corporate. DDA helps. They do what they have to. We as residents, we need separation. I believe they can support themselves without taxation on us. So that's all I'm here to say. No propaganda. I belong to the DNA. I have my own voice. I have my own values. I respect everybody in the room. However, we fight for the residents and they fight for the businesses. So that's all I've come here to say, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for your advocacy. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Estela Mari del Cristo. Good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Good morning. My name is Estela del Cristo, and I'm a proud resident of the city of Miami, as well as a tenured employee for Freebie. I began my career as a driver ambassador in nearby Coral Gables and have proudly served rides and riders in other municipalities nearby, such as Key Biscayne and Pinecrest. I'm here today to express my frustration with the Commission on behalf of the fellow Freebie driver ambassadors who are also proudly serve this city and county. The fact that my hometown is considering awarding a no-bid contract to a non-local company is a slap in the face to 250 plus staff members who live here, work here, and are presently years building up the community to trust Freebie as a transit service. I strongly urge you to reject this no-bid contract and give us a chance to once again serve our community of Coconut Grove. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Lucy Furster, and I am here as a proud resident of District 2 and Coconut Grove. And as a professional who deeply is invested in my local community. I live here, I work here, I also play here. And like many others, I deeply care about the decisions that are being made to affect our neighborhood. Freebie isn't just a transportation service. It's a part of what makes Coconut Grove feel like a village. Since 2018, Freebie has been a consistent asset for our community. They help keep local economy moving and make it easier for people to support neighborhood businesses, and they play a major role in helping many of them survive during different times. To this day, Freebie continues to operate in Coconut Grove, showing up for the community, not just through a service, but through partnership and engagement. As the executive director of the Way Forward Foundation, previously known as the Woody Foundation, our mission is to enhance the quality of life for people living with paralysis. And I've seen this commitment from Freebie firsthand. They have been a generous donor of ours and a dedicated partner, consistently stepping up to make a difference in the local community in the work that we do. What I'm asking for is simple, a process that is full and fair and to be allowed for them to submit an RFP. Let this local company have a chance to compete. Freebie is Coconut Grove. Let's make sure we support the people and the businesses that have already supported us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. How are you?
I am Logan McLeod. I'm VP of National Business Development for Circuit, so I'm here to speak on RE8. I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to talk facts. The facts are this was an open process and transparent. We submitted a proposal, so did Freebie. Coconut Grove bid, specifically Mark Burns, assessed it. Members of the city assessed it, weighed it, and chose us overall as the best solution. Not just from a cost perspective, but from an innovation and overall impact from a mobility perspective. Yes, you don't know us, but we are not an outsider. We've been in business for over 13 years. We have over 250 vehicles live nationally, 7 states and the District of Columbia, and then also all over Broward and Palm Beach County, also downtown Orlando. This is not our first rodeo. We have proven ourselves, and we have won this business, fair and square. Now, I understand that you all came here and supported the local business, and I'm all for that. Respect, really, respect. So what I ask, though, is that there's a line between concern and fear. And I'm seeing a little bit of fear here, and if they operate 22 cities and we're just saying one location, what's the fear of us coming in and competing, right? That's what this country was built on, is competition. So allow us to come in here, show what we can do, show the residents in the community what we can do, and I promise you, you will be pleasantly surprised. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne Berrios, and I'm here to speak on item DI4. I am the Chief Operating Officer, Chief Financial Officer, and Board Treasurer, very proud of it, of the Miami Downtown Development Authority of the City of Miami. I serve alongside a board of residents, business owners from the DDA district. And I also want to add to the record some additional letters of support, our annual report, and also facts, so the city commissioners have a copy of them. In my role, I see a lot of the vital services, and I see the need and how the Miami DDA provides the residents, business owners, and visitors daily. The largest portion of our budget is dedicated to quality of life, more than 53% of it. This is our current budget, as next year's budget is still in the works. We also have the Downtown Enhanced Team, that for people that do not know, is a second chance program that we have more than 60 individuals having an opportunity of being seen and work for the city. We also focus in the cleaning, beautification. We also provide off-duty police officers for Brickell and downtown, and security camera network, which we are expanding into Brickell and alongside Baywalk. We support organizations that address homelessness, and we have the Downtown Ambassadors, who help thousands of individuals and businesses monthly. In addition, we provide grants for businesses, arts and culture, institutions, and community events, all with the goal of making our district a livable and welcoming neighborhood. These are services provided by the Miami DDA, and that will cease if the scope of the agency were to change. The impact to residents and business owners, visitors, will be devastating, no doubt on that. I respectfully ask that you consider the impact on downtown Miami's quality of life without the support of the Miami DDA. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Commissioners, for giving us this time. This is Chaplain Stanley Young of Freedom Prison and Jail Ministry, 500 Northwest 2nd Avenue here in Miami. I am speaking on PH1, PH2, and PH3, the community housing development that HUD set up many years ago to help those who needed housing, who needed a place to stay. I'm here to advocate for those that are coming out of our prisons and jails. As you have known, that I have been, singing the same song for the last 2 years, that they need your support, they need your help. They need you to help give them that new direction, that new start in life that they so desperately need. I walk the streets of Miami and I share with them and try to direct them try to assist them in any and every way that I can. I need your support to support them to do what they need in your community. They need housing. There's no housing even in our shelters and even our treatment centers because they're full. They're full because there's no affordable housing that is in the community that they really need, who are in the shelters, need to get out of the shelters to help those who are living on the streets. So you're doing a great job. I keep seeing the Department of Housing and Community Development. Anytime it pop up, I'm very much for it. The CDBG grants that you use to help assist those who are trying to assist those who need housing, who need grants. I really thank you, commissioners, staff, and all those that work to serve our community. I thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No. Go.
Mr. Todd, I would like you to swear me in because when you swear everybody, it was for a PC item. This is for his pocket item. I want you to swear me in.
Ma'am, love you first. We don't have any pocket items before us right now, and we're only talking about the items that are on the agenda.
Actually, there is a pocket item.
No.
Yeah, you said yes.
It's a discussion item.
Okay, I'm talking about that
Okay, but you
discussion
don't have
item.
to be.
I'm giving
You
information.
don't have to be sworn in for the discussion
Okay.
item. Okay.
My name is Mariela Gavela, 1701 Northwest South River Drive, and I'm probably going to cry, but I'm going to stay to the end. Number one, I want him
do not
to
address,
take my kids
do not
out
address
of his
any of
mouth.
us. Do
Number
not
one.
address any of us personally.
He's messing with my livelihood now. Okay? He's been messing with my livelihood since 2023. Okay? He's had a person outside my house watching me night and day. He has the sergeant alarm over there take photos of me and watch me day and night. I'm the wife of an elected official, and that guy over there is always watching me, and his employees are always taking photos of me and watching me. This is not a communist country. He thinks that I'm going to be here. Mari Lugo and Sean, in 2019, I was sitting in their car, because this is the way he runs the city, said that they had a photo playing with a photo back and forth, because he sent a gentleman to a mall to take photos of a guy that they wanted to blackmail and say to his wife that he was gay. I was sitting in that car, and that's why I tell you to swear me in, because I'm saying the truth right here. That's how he functions. You all have a date, expiration date with him, and the day you do, and by the way, his chief of staff, anything that he does, if he has coming to my property to take photos, I have grandkids, 1 and 3 year old. And if I catch them doing anything that they're taking, they were in the middle of the campaign, they were across the street from the park that is, no, you're not supposed to be there. They were there watching us 24/7, following us to restaurants, following everywhere. Paid by him, his pack, okay? And by the way, Mari Lugo told me that she has Sean as the president of the union because he's of color and he's stupid.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I donate my time to Mariela Gavela.
She walked out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
That's my wife, so you all know that's my wife, Mariela, that's what she's talking about. There's an item here that she's talking about because we've been harassed now since 2023 by Commissioner Carolina. That's what she's talking about. Just want to make that clear. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners. Gary Ressler with offices at 169 East Flagler Street. I'm a board member of the Miami DDA and chair of its Quality of Life Committee. We've heard some confusing messaging this morning. Double taxation, $13 million paid by residents, 90% increase on taxes, waste and overspending. But what if I told you those claims aren't just misleading, they're deliberate distortions? First, there is no double taxation. The enhanced services provided by the DDA are found nowhere else in the city. If the Miami DDA were to cease operations, the services provided by the agency would stop immediately and not be assumed by another entity. There's no City of Miami coming to rescue downtown Miami. That means in just 1 month, more than 4,500 bags of trash would not be collected. 650 hours of additional patrol by off-duty officers would cease. 21 security cameras and 8 license plate readers in the Central Business District feeding into the real-time crime center would go offline. Second, residents do not pay $13 million to the DDA annually. That number is closer to $7.5 million, a meaningful number. And what do residents get in return? More than $7.2 million in quality of life initiatives that touch the streets. That includes the Downtown Enhancement Team, enhanced security services with the City of Miami Police, the Downtown Ambassadors, and dozens of grants to organizations dedicated to helping address homelessness, like Lotus House and Hermanos de la Calle. Another 6%, or close to $1.2 million, are invested in cultural grants and public events. Much needed funding to 40-plus cultural institutions, artists, and family events on the street in downtown Miami. In addition, business incentive grants have helped 18 businesses move or open to downtown Miami in the last year. The Permit Clinic has helped more than 700 businesses and residents maneuver through the complicated permitting process. In 2010, there were 30,000 residents in downtown Miami.
Thank you.
Today, that number is 130. This afternoon, you will hear from one. I beg of you to please reconsider and support the Downtown Development Authority.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name's Kent Calero. I'm a business owner in South Florida. I'm also the kid that went to 7 elementary schools because my parents moved every year and I was poor and I had nothing. And I'm here today for one reason: opportunity, fair opportunity. Our procurement process at the state level, the county level, the city level is flawed. We give preference to organizations that may have had an local impact in Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Naples, and all of a sudden, every city in Florida can piggyback on these agreements. Everyone, regardless of what's best for Miami, what's best for Coconut Grove, and Coral Gables. We need to open up our procurement process for fair bidding for all organizations. We can't give preference to companies that have gotten a contract because they knew somebody, because it was best maybe for Naples. We're not Naples, we're not Hollywood, we're not Broward, we're the City of Miami. We have to do what's best for the City of Miami, and we have to open up procurement. I support open competitive bidding, and I think Freebie should be given a chance to bid on this contract. That's it.
Thank you. Good morning.
Marianne Kurlansky, can you hear me? Marianne Kurlansky, resident of Coconut Grove. Can you hear me now? Okay. Marianne Kurlansky, resident of Coconut Grove, speaking on PZ11, PZ5, RH5, PH5, and RE4. It's my first time speaking here today. I'm in favor of PZ11, which repeals the inclusion of Coconut Grove in T5 bonus height, righting a past wrong. In addition, against RH5, increasing events at the hangar, against PH5, bringing the circuit to the Grove with an extraneous micro-transport when we already have the freebie that people are happy with, against PZ5, creating a loophole, allowing permit issuances where there are outstanding violations, and with respect to RE4, requesting that best practices be revised to specify best practices to grow the canopy. The tree canopy. All of these items have one theme in common when it comes to Coconut Grove. Coconut Grove's unique character and livability is under attack and in danger. The Grove is a residential area with great schools, civic institutions, and a great place to raise a family. Increasing density, events, tourism, and traffic erodes these qualities. Many examples of what happens to neighborhoods that go down this road: residents, mom and pop businesses, and civic institutions that serve them get driven out. Property values collapse. I urge the Commission to consider these items when considering all those.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to everyone in their respective places. My name is Chef Jamie Wooden-Wisby, and I'm here in support of item PH8. I am here as a small business owner in District 5 and a member of the MLK EDC Kitchen Incubator Program. I am here as a live witness to attest to the amazing things MLK EDC is doing for members of the community like myself. I have been a part of the MLK EDC Kitchen Incubator since its inception about 7 years ago, and since my time there, I have been afforded the opportunity to withstand the tough trials and tribulations as a small business owner with extreme foundational support and backing by MLK EDC. When other businesses failed, even during the pandemic, I was blessed to withstand and remain in business because I didn't have to pay astronomical commercial rental fees like all other colleagues I know who failed. I have experienced financial growth, and therefore, I have been able to now be a first-time homeowner and investment property owner in the very hood I grew up in, Liberty City. I now own my very first multi-unit, a duplex, in the same neighborhood I grew up in, and now showing my children what generational wealth looks like. I'm a product of Liberty City Housing Projects, also known as the Pork and Beans. And now I'm able to even hire members of the community, all because of the financial growth I've experienced while being a part of the MLK EDC Kitchen Incubator. So that's my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Can you hear me? I'm going to speak on DI4. My name is Vanessa Condi, and I'm a resident and a board member in a community in Edgewater. And I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. I was invited to and attended a DDA board meeting, which helped to better understand the organization's work and explore whether there's a future role for all of Edgewater, because only a sliver of it contributes right now, in its broader plans. While I was glad to observe the process, I left with some open questions about how our neighborhood could ultimately fit in the picture. The meeting highlighted the scale and scope of the DDA's current projects, much of which appear to focus on the downtown core. So it left me wondering whether future expansion into the growing and financially booming Edgewater neighborhood is being considered. And I may be premature with this statement, but I'm a strategist by trade, so I tend to think ahead. I've heard a mix of perspectives from constituents in other parts of the city, some of who question the return on their DDA contributions, and others who value the organization's role in shaping the urban experience. I'm not here to take sides, but rather to ask, if all of Edgewater is eventually brought into the fold, what would that mean for our community? And most importantly, will we have a seat at the decision-making table? So I respectfully ask, is there any consideration being given to expanding the DDA's reach into our area, Edgewater? How will residents be informed and engaged along the way? Because unless you are involved like I am, or are impacted directly by the DDA, a lot of people don't know about the DDA and what they do. And if inclusion means a tax contribution, would the community have the opportunity to weigh in, perhaps through a formal process or ballot initiative? That's it. Thank you for your time and your continued leadership in ensuring all of Miami's neighborhoods have a voice in shaping the city's future. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
You're right. Good afternoon.
It's been a long comment period, right, this morning. So, good morning. My name is Riza Fernandez. I'm at 992 Northwest 5th Street in Little Havana. I come here as a resident on some of the items in reference to the tree canopy assessment, the Coconut Grove height, the DDA, the freebies. All of this comes together in a very shocking light to me as someone that was born and raised in this neighborhood, in this city. To me, this is incredible that we have the wife of an elected official, we have our city government in a very big turmoil in 2025. I think that these type of problems really shed a very ugly light in our city and the investments and the people that have worked very hard to continue to support this city and its functions. I think it's us as leaders, you have to really shape up because if you guys were a 500 Fortune company, you guys would all probably be fired here. And the crisis that we are potentially coming, I don't hear anybody talking about this. The county is expected to have a $430 million shortfall coming soon To a city and a county, that's what's supposed to be important to us. We should be having budget hearings, really thinking about ways to save and cut the waste, right? Because as everyone here fights for their own neighborhoods and more money through DDA, when Little Havana and some of the residents asked for an improvement district, we were shut down. And Little Havana faces enormous pressure from downtown, from the Grove, from Brickell, with homelessness. Should we expand the DDA to Little Havana as well?
Thank you.
Because I can show you pictures. I can bring you.
Thank you.
So I hope that you guys really put your hats on and let's get to work.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon now. I'm Keith Lynch. I live at 3156 Southwest 27th Avenue. I'm here on my own behalf and on behalf of the Glass House Condominium Association. I'm here to support PC 11, the repeal of the bonus height restriction. This is something that really doesn't seem consistent at all with Coconut Grove, and I think it's important to highlight the repeal is only relevant to Coconut Grove. It's not the entire ordinance. Clearly, there are places in the city where there's density, transit, other goals, trying to get cars off the road where it's suitable. But in Coconut Grove, it's not, and it threatens the character of the neighborhood. Obviously, high-rise or mid-rise is on Bay Shore and has been historically, but this encroachment into the more northern and western parts of the city will basically lead to the entire change of the character of Coconut Grove, something that Miami is famous for, something that Miami should cherish, something that we should all seek to preserve. Urban planning and new urbanism all respects history. And if we don't respect the history of this area, we will lose it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
My name is Rafael Sosa. I'm a resident of 1400 Northwest River Drive. I'm opposed to RE8. They opened the bid contract that Circa was referring to, referring specifically to them, was 2 years ago. So we're going back and still, going on a 2-year contract versus something that's happening now doesn't make sense. Circa was ultimately awarded that contract because they were already local, which is the same thing that we're asking for. I happen to be the regional performance manager for the area. I run Coconut Grove directly, as well as many other areas in the central Miami region, District 1 being one of them. We have already established partnerships. We have, I would say, love from the residents. Doesn't make sense to go with somebody outside. I don't know what the speculations are on commission side, but either way, on my side, on the viewpoint from many people here, just to sum it up, clearly it's a better option. It makes sense. It's known. It's local. It just makes sense. If it makes sense, it makes dollars, and that's what it's all about: keeping the city alive, keeping everybody, to where they need to go. We service people for free to go to doctor's offices and many places, and we're really, I would say, I'm the happiest I've ever been working for a company that I've been in my 25-year career. So that goes to say a lot, and I've worked with giant corporations, and there's nothing better than Freebie. So that's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Brenda Berancourt, 1436 Southwest 6th Street. It's too many things going on today, but for the PHC, which is the closing of the street in the Silver Bluff area, we went through this before, so I hope the Commissioner Joe Carrillo reconsider and think about the neighborhood. And as it is, you can't change the entire laws, the entire regulation in one neighborhood just for one person. We already went through this in Little Havana when the vendors were banished from Little Havana because one person. So let's please hope the Commissioner Carrillo reconsider. RE4, which is the canopy. Why all this entities or people who's working about the canopy doesn't go against FPL. I see how FPL treat our trees, and I don't see any of them complaining in FPL and saying, hey, FPL, I need you to preserve our canopies. So why a person who owns a property who needs to do something because the tree is damaging their property cannot actually do something for the tree that belongs on the property of them? So I understand, I love trees, but if you're going to fight with the FPL too, since you are such in love with the trees and you don't want to cut a leaf. So it's just too many things in this. DDA and freebie. I'm just going to say this. Commissioner, are you going to keep defending entities and not the residents? Simple fact. Everybody who's staying in this podium has been benefit or work for Downtown Development Authority. I am not even part of the downtown anymore. I used to live there for a short period of time. But you voters are not those entities. So just think about it.
Thank you. I see. Good morning.
Hi there.
Afternoon, I mean.
Sue McConnell, RE8, and of course it's freebie. We've been working on this for 4 years. Went to our commissioner. We thought we were squared away on it. We need it desperately with the playhouse going down for about a year. We don't know what we're going to do. The people that work for the city don't face the problems that we face because most of them have decals or placards and they can park wherever they want to. We're the ones that really suffer full time. Mixing these two companies together, I think, is terribly confusing because they're not going to know whether they should call freebie or call this, I'll call it the C company. I think it's bad for the neighborhood. It's going to be sad for visitors. They'll get completely confused. We have freebie in, let's say, Pinecrest, Key Biscayne, and the Gables. They've done very well there. They've done very well with us, and I don't understand what the object is to move them. And I understand that this new company is more expensive than ours. So if it is, we could take that money and buy a couple more freebies. So please consider that. You know that this is my my strong point, right? Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Miguel Soliman, 1436 Southwest 6th Street. I'm in support of item CA1. I'd like to commend our city manager and our police chief for looking at ways to save money from our budget and evaluating this situation that may possibly bring savings to our budgets. I'd also like to take advantage while we're addressing the police department, and I'd like to make a suggestion, an idea, share an idea with our chief of police as far as the scooter situation that we have. Scooters are violating everyone's right, cutting through traffic. It's horrendous what we're going through. And although our police chief has taken action, I'd like to suggest that he post, similar to how we put speed traps and stop and police officers looking at stops. If you go to a bridge, when that bridge comes down at any time during the city, you're going to see 10, 12, 15 scooters cut right through traffic and go to the front of the line waiting for the bridge to go up. Right there, they're violating. That's a real easy way to get these scooters out of our traffic and the situation, the hazardous situation. So I'd like to share that idea with our police chief and hope that he finds it reasonable to deal with the situation in that manner. Also, I'd like to support RE9, Commissioner King. You serve a district that is very difficult and is in great need. And I believe that we should support you in renovating the buildings and support your proposal.
Thank you.
And my last item.
No, thank you.
That's it?
You buzzed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
I'm just waiting for this thing to plug on, I guess. AV.
Hurry up.
Good afternoon. My name is Z. Sultan, Vice President of the Downtown Neighborhood Alliance and a resident of the Paramount Building in downtown. And I'm here to speak on agenda item DI4. We're here today because thousands of downtown residents are experiencing something deeply un-American, taxation without representation. The DDA collects over 58% of its annual budget from residential property taxes, yet residents have almost no voice on its board and have very little to show for it. We're taxed like stakeholders but treated like outsiders. This goes against the very foundation of this country. Our nation was built on the principle that taxation must come with representation, and it was one of the core reasons why we fought in the American Revolution. Over the past year, we've uncovered a pattern of troubling spending, lavish executive perks, hundreds of thousands in grants to billion-dollar corporations like UFC and FC Barcelona that would most likely come to Miami anyways, and almost no tangible benefit for the people funding it, the residents. So we asked the public, what do you think? We surveyed 850 voters across downtown Brickell and Edgewater, and 85% opposed the UFC grant. 58% said the DDA had no positive impact. And most importantly, 56% supported even dissolving the DDA. If you look at the perspectives shared here today, many of the voices supporting the DDA come from a business background. And as a business owner myself, I empathize with that. But that's exactly where the heart of this issue lies. The DDA is fundamentally structured to support businesses, and if it is delivering value to them, then businesses should bear the cost, not the residents. Residents want out, and they deserve at least a right to choose. That is why we are asking the Commission to place a question on the November ballot. Should residents be removed from the DDA's taxing district?
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. My name is James Torres, President of the Downtown Neighbors Alliance. I'm here because the DDA has been double taxing Brickell and downtown. And I want to set the record straight on one thing. If the DDA separates itself from the residents, they're still able to function. Morningside will still have its trash picked up. Alapata will still have its trash picked up. And the same thing in Overtown. Let's be very clear. We spend nearly $8 million. We pay nearly $8 million of the DDA's $13.5 annual budget, almost 60%, yet no downtown residents sits on that board. Let's be very clear. No downtown resident sits on that board. Meanwhile, our tax dollars are being handed out to billion-dollar corporations, $100,000 to UFC, $450,000 to FC Barcelona, $175,000 to college football. That is nearly $750,000 that also goes to marketing and PR contracts. And what does that get us? Rising crime, crumbling streets, homelessness, graffiti throughout the downtown corridor and Brickell. All while condo crisis is in full effect. To our District 2 Commissioner, you were elected to represent all
Sir.
I'll redirect.
Sir.
I'll redirect. Represented for District 2. You're turning your back on the community. We've reached out to you several times. We do need your help to follow up on this issue. The rest of the commission, you have a decision to make here today. Commissioner Gavela, there was a young lady here today that quoted you in your... I'll redirect. I'll redirect before my time expires, Chairwoman. At the end of the day, there was a social post today where you came out and talking about taxes. That is the same thing that we're asking, that this board steps up to the plate and helps the residents. They can still function on a budget without 58% of the taxpayer money that is going to this agency. I urge you and encourage you to please step forward and help this community like you're trying to do
Thank
at the
you.
Bayfront Park area.
Thank you.
Commissioner King, help us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here who would like to speak for public comments? Ma'am, please come forward.
My name is Rose Fountain. I live in Coconut Grove, and I am thinking of what is occurring with the freebies, and I just have one comment, and that is please do not trash our freebies.
Thank you. Seeing no one else here for public comment period is now closed. Thank you all for your advocacy and your thoughtfulness. Gentlemen, it is almost 12:30. I am going to take the temperature of this commission. How would you like to proceed? I will not be here for the afternoon session.
Can I suggest, I have an important discussion item that has to do with all of us, and I'd like to take that up now. If you can.
No,
And like
sir.
that you're not-
No, we have a pocket item that is time sensitive, and I would like not to just get to discussion items. I'd like to move through the agenda if we possibly can and take the discussion.
So you're going to
item.
leave mine for last? Is
No,
what you're gonna
no,
do?
sir. I'm not going to leave yours for last. I will take it up.
But you're not going to be here. You said you're not going to be here.
But I don't have to be here. There's 3 of you, which makes
No,
it
no,
4.
no. I need your vote on this because I've been targeted by the City of Miami Code Enforcement Department through the city manager because of doing my job on Bayfront Trust, and Commissioner Garollo is harassing me.
Okay,
He wants my house to be investigated when I have
Commissioner
done.
Gabella,
No, ma'am.
please,
No, ma'am. I know
please.
what's going on here.
No, Commissioner
So tell you
Gabella.
what, that I'm leaving. If I don't do this, I'm leaving right now. This is ridiculous. You don't want to.
I did not
I've
say
asked-
that we would not take it up. I said we would take it up.
Yeah, but
in
when you leave,
order.
I need your vote. I need
Okay,
your
but
vote,
Commissioner
Madam Chair.
Gabella,
I need your vote.
I have a commitment.
Okay, then let's take care of this.
We have other work to be done, and
Ma-
we
ma-
go
ma-
in order. We will go in order as we always do.
The mayor presented something today at the last minute, and you took it every
It
time.
is
I always
time
end up in the same
sensitive.
thing.
Sir.
Mine's is time sensitive. You know why? Because the code enforcement is coming after me for
Okay,
doing my
well,
job in
Commi-
Bayfront
Commissioner
Trust.
Gabella.
Ma'am, that's what's going on here.
Commissioner
And
Gabella,
if you don't let
if that's your position,
Right.
because I'm not going to take the discussion items out of order. If that's your position and you leave, we won't have any more commission meeting, if that's what you want.
this is a resolution item,
No,
by the
it's
way.
a discussion item. Again, if we can have some training on the agenda process and how this commission should work with protocols, I would appreciate that because I don't want it to seem as if I'm being unfair.
You're being
Or-
unfair because
I
I
am
am
not
being
being
harassed.
unfair.
I am being
I'm not
harassed,
being
ma'am.
unfair.
I am being harassed, and I want to save the city
You
of
will
Miami.
be able to speak
This is
when
this
it's-
is.
okay.
If you allow me, please.
The commission meeting is now in recess. Thank you for your advocacy. I will not be here. My commissioners are here. It's 3. They have a quorum. They can. Okay, so then the commission meeting has now resumed. The commission. Thank
Hey,
you.
what-
The commission has recessed. Thank
Why
you.
don't you quit
The
whining?
commission meeting is over. Thank
Quit
you.
whining